Just waiting for that sweet voice to pop up. I hope everyone, most of you want this to be recorded. We will record and share the link soon. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Let's unmute and say good morning with the same enthusiasm. Good morning,
Good
everyone.
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, all.
Good
Great
morning.
to
Good
hear such
morning.
wonderful, enthusiastic voices on the Saturday morning. Thanks for joining. Happy to host you all. I'm Distinguished Toastmaster Abhilash MG, the District Public Relations Manager for District 125 for this program year 2024 and 25. I happily welcome you all for today's workshop, an interactive workshop, an interactive public relations workshop. We call it PR Power Play. I hope most of you would have watched IPL, cricket fans. Yes, quick raise of hands, or you can unmute and say yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
When the power play starts, in IPL?
In the beginning.
In the beginning, exactly. That's the reason we are hosting this PR session in the beginning of the program year itself. When you have completed all the club trainings, club officers trainings, district officers trainings, next thing you should know how to utilize the power of public relations to ensure all your club goals are achieved, all your individual goals are achieved, all your area goals are achieved, all your division goals are achieved, eventually contributing to individuals till the district level. And today we have many power-packed sessions lined up, as you can see in the agenda. Let me move further, talking about Toastmasters branding. So, Toastmasters branding. We are going to cover 3 or 4 important points: brand promise, voice and tone of a brand, colors and fonts that we use in Toastmasters. So most of you would be like, I know this already. I have seen this in the brand manual. I have gone through multiple times, but still there is something new to learn. I personally feel every Toastmasters meeting will give you at least one information new for you. I hope something new you are going to take away from this Toastmasters branding session. So, what is branding? Branding equals identity, defines identity, builds by trust, and fosters loyalty. And I would like you guys to think it through on these notes before I proceed further on other slides. And we'll take this moment to invite our energetic district director, distinguished Toastmaster Milind Patwardhan, to address the audience. Then we'll continue from where we left off. Meanwhile, you can listen to his wonderful speech welcoming all. Over to you, DT Milind.
Hey, thank you, Abhilash, and good morning to all of you. I can see that, there are people who have joined from different parts of the world, definitely different parts of India. So I don't know whether to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, but whatever it is, I wish all of you the very best in your Toastmasters journey, your personal journey, your professional journey. I think let me begin by first greeting the distinguished Toastmasters in this room. I can see many of them. I also saw District Director of District 127, Dr. Abdul Sattar here. Thank you very much, Abdul Bhai. I could see Distinguished Toastmaster Mohan Karambelkar and so many other distinguished Toastmasters here, district leaders, district officers, and my Toastmaster friends. So this is a wonderful initiative. I think I would like to thank Abhilash and his team of 10 strong people from the bottom of my heart to understand the importance of this moment which we are in. I think this is not a normal year for us. I'm sure you all realize it. This is the year when our Toastmasters is completing 100 years. And I can assure you that I could not find more than 3 or 4 organizations who have reached this level and have sustained themselves and are still growing. That really goes to show the relevance of it. Now, this relevance is known to us as PR managers, as PR people. It is important that this relevance of Toastmasters, we are able to spread across to two stakeholders. One is the internal stakeholders, our own Toastmaster members, irrespective. I am not talking of any district now. I know there are people from various districts. So there are no boundaries as far as Toastmasters is concerned. These districts are only for, administrative convenience. Whether it is 98, 126, 127, 121, we are all finally one Toastmasters. And therefore, it is our job to make sure that Toastmasters brand is solidified internally first, among our own Toastmaster members, among members who have left. We need to get them back, because that is how we can make the Toastmasters fraternity stronger and richer. So number one, our job as PR is to do internal PR and talk about Toastmasters. And second is external PR to the general public, to the various likely people who may want to consider Toastmasters, who may want to send their sons, their daughters, their brothers, their wives to Toastmasters. We should also try to see how we can, through Toastmasters, reach other organizations which are doing similar work, like Rotary, like Lions, like you have PMI, Project Management Institute. There are so many such other organizations. If we are able to, through a good public PR activity, be able to reach to them, number one, we will of course add more members. But number two, in this centenary year, it is our job as district officers, as district leaders, as Toastmasters, to build up this brand of Toastmasters. So today, when you all are over here, I urge all one of you to realize this responsibility. And I think we have made a wonderful beginning, right? Like Abhilash said, it's a power play time. The first 5-6 months or 4 months, especially, the impact that you as PR can make on membership growth, on retention, on renewals will help your individual districts immensely. It has a tripling effect. And therefore, I urge all of you to grab this moment, take this opportunity, enjoy this opportunity, and make good use of this workshop which Abhilash and his team has put together. And I'm very happy to see that we have got a wonderful panel discussion of PR heads from districts, other districts, and from previous years. That goes to show, once a Toastmaster, always a Toastmaster. I wish each one of you the best in your personal journey, in your professional journey, and of course, in your Toastmasters journey. And Abhilash, thank you very much. I have to leave now, but maybe once I get into the car, network permitting, I will try and rejoin again and enjoy this session as much as possible. Thank you once again, Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen. Back to you, distinguished Toastmaster Abhilash.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Milan. Let's give a huge round of applause for our district director. Thank you for setting up that tone and the relevance of public relations in this wonderful organization on this centennial year celebrations happening around. Okay, let's come back to the branding. We were discussing on the branding part. I hope now you have all given a thought and you heard from Milind also how branding is more important. That is going to help you in building quality clubs, adding members, and adding members who have left, the previous members also. So brand equals the identity. Brand builds trust and it fosters loyalty. This is some a summed up normal definition for a brand when you Google, or nowadays if you use ChatGPT also, this kind of definition you will get. So I just want to sum it up in 3 words, so it will be in the mind of listeners always. Moving further. Okay. This is Toastmasters brand promise. Every brand has a brand promise, and most of us would be very much, by heart, we know what is our club mission also. But a brand promise, a brand works on its promise. Okay, all the activities that happens in a brand is upon this brand promise. And I would like everyone to take few seconds, read this, try to immerse this in your thoughts. Empowering individuals through personal and professional development. This is the brand promise of Toastmasters International. And all the activity that it's being carried out around is upon this particular brand promise. The club meeting, the PR work that you are doing for every meeting or any given milestone meeting, all this are upon this brand promise. Empowering individuals through personal and professional development. Nice. Next comes the voice and tone. This is the most important aspect of a brand communication. So when you consider Toastmaster as a person, how the person's voice has to be, means the way how the particular person communicates, not only verbally, when you write something, when you talk to someone, when you give evaluation to someone, when you submit your accountant report, when you submit your timers report, when you talk to fellow new members in the fellowship after your club meetings, how you have to sound, that matters a lot. And that also carries the brand of Toastmasters in you. And that communication has to be warm, clear, friendly, professional, succinct, respectful, universally understandable, and internationally friendly. So whenever you are speaking to a fellow member, fellow Toastmaster, or even your speech, or when you're evaluating someone, ensure you are following at least some of these qualities in your speech. We have been trained one meeting at a time to give a positive feedback for many evaluations. When we are thinking about positive, it's not always positive. You can include these adjectives also in your speech going forward. Colors. I know everyone is aware about Toastmasters primary colors. Can anyone unmute and say what are the 3 primary colors of Toastmasters International brand? You would have seen in brand manual, or there is no wrong answers here. Always we are in a positive learning environment. So let's unmute and hear some answers from people.
Like,
what are the 3 primary colors? Yes.
Like gray, blue, and maroon. These 3 colors.
Yes.
In general.
That is actually right. Any other answers? Because I have a slide written colors and I didn't write any color name in this. So
true, loyal, and cool.
Okay. So in the brand manual, as you go through the brand manual page by page, or now it is in a one link. So when you go through that, you would have observed there is a adjective added to the color before. It's called true maroon, not maroon. It's called loyal blue, and it's called cool gray. And these words are added for a reason. It also resonates the tone of Toastmasters, which I said in the earlier slide. And the colors actually gives us that kind of sense. Additionally, the Toastmaster as a person, when you consider that person should have a quality or personality of leadership, dedication, and empowerment. And these colors are linked to these 3 qualities. Okay, these are all not something I am making up or I am just building a tall tale here. These are all actually present in the brand manual. If you go through one by one, you will be able to see actually these words are there. So that is the reason why we have to follow those colors in our communication, in the posters that we make. That is a reason why these colors, the color codes are given given in multiple formats, RGB, hex code, any number of formats, because these colors has to be properly used in any tool that you are using to create these posters or any other creatives that is going to be useful in your PR activity. Interesting? Till now, it's all good? Yes? Good. Thanks for the thumbs up from everyone. Fonts. Of course, these two fonts you would be knowing. To this Gotham is the primary font. Why it is selected as a primary font? The reason given. It exudes confidence without looking stiff or digitalized. Again, adding to the Toastmasters tone and personality. When you're using these fonts in communication, you are exhibiting this in your posters, in your creatives, as confident as the person standing in this poster, in this slide. And the secondary font is MyWrite Pro, which is selected for its legibility to use it in a, a maximum space. Like when you are writing or an article, when you're publishing something as a magazine in a group, this font looks legible. These are the reasons why these fonts are in line with the value, tone, and voice of Toastmasters as a brand. There is a alternate font given, and those fonts also as similar to these both fonts. The alternate for Gotham is Montserrat, and alternate for MyWrite Pro is Source Sans Pro, which most of you are using the tool, which most of you will be using through Canva, as those fonts are freely available. So, with this being said, I have set this tone for a reason, because this is something very important when we are communicating anything as a Toastmaster, because brand equals identity. I will not bore you with other things of brand manual, how to place the logo, how to have proper clear space around it, and many other things which most net. Few points are the basics whenever you are communicating or making
Vilash, hello. All right, sure. So that was about the brand, what we are going to talk about further in detail. Moving on to the next segment, what we have for the next round, what we have for the next session. I would like to invite one of the DPRM members who is a passionate Toastmaster, who has been very credible since 3 to 4 years and has been amazing past VPPR as well. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Abhishek Negi to walk us through the next session of Canva Magic. Over to you, Toastmaster Abhishek.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Divya. I hope I'm audible to everyone.
Yes.
Okay, good morning, everyone. So, this is going to be a very good session because here we are going to learn how to create poster and how we are going to use it to publicize our club or any event. Now, before starting up this particular session, if any one of you is joining through their laptop, I request you to please log into canva.com and we can start creating posters. So while I am explaining, if you can create the poster parallel to it, then that's gonna be wonderful. At the end, you can also share the poster that you have created in the chat window. That is gonna be amazing. Okay, now before going ahead, let us understand why we are going to use Canva. I mean, we have been using PowerPoint for quite a while. So why to go ahead with the Canva option? Now, Canva gives us so many advantages compared to PowerPoint. For example, it's user-friendly. How many times while using PowerPoint have you done the Google search how to find this particular option or that particular option? While doing Canva, it will be very easy for you to just figure out how to use it. It is going to be very easy. At the beginning, the learning curve will be slightest. And in this particular session, we are going to learn about how to do that in fact. And after that, you can go ahead and start creating design. There is going to be 100 of templates are there. This is the second advantage. It is a community supported platform and so many people have been creating so many different templates. So you can directly put them on and you can start using them. There are so many graphics and so many elements are there in the Canva. We can do collaboration. For example, in the DPRM team, we have one team that is being created and all of us, the DPRM members, have access to that particular team. So we can, all of us can collaborate and work together. And also it is accessible. So it's not like I have to maintain a file for the design that I have created. I can create anywhere with any laptop that I have or any computer system I have. And not only computer system, I can also use my mobile phone to do the editing on the fly. So these are the advantages of Canva and we are going to learn about it more. Another thing, before doing any design, whether we are using PowerPoint, whether we are using Canva, there is one prerequisite. Prerequisite is to have what we are trying to design already in our mind or in the written format. So let me show you one example. Okay, for example, if I want to create a poster for my club event, let's suppose the club event with the theme name is Canva Magic, start creating design in minutes itself. So before starting, I need to have the requirement ready with me before doing anything, because after creating poster, making changes is gonna be very time taking. So have everything in your mind or in your written format beforehand. And second thing is know how we are going to communicate this information. How we are going to communicate, whether it is going to be a social media, are you using Instagram, or it is going to Facebook, on which platform we are going to share this information. Is it going to be in the document format? Is it going to you are getting in the pamphlet format? Have this information in your mind before going ahead. Have all this information with you. This is the first thing. Second thing. And third thing with this information is to understand the hierarchy. Now, poster or design, everything is a communication. And when it comes to communication, we have to understand how we are going to impact our audience. In this information, I mean, whenever we are creating a poster, we have to understand something called hierarchy. Hierarchy is what is going to be have the highest priority, or we want the audience to grab the attention for it. Now, there can be three things. One is the primary hook, secondary hook, and supporting element. For example, in this particular poster, the most important thing for my club poster is going to be my theme. So theme can be the primary hook. Now, the secondary hook can be my meeting timing, my Zoom information. And other thing can be tested information, because I can keep it aside. It is okay that people don't directly get their attention to it, but these three can be the primary hook, secondary hook, and other are the supporting elements. With that being said, let us start our Canva design poster creating with Canva. Okay, if you go to canva.com and if you log into it, if you are already done in the laptop, then you can directly see the Windows something like this. Here, on the right side corner top, you can see create a design. Under this, there are multiple options. Create for Instagram post, you have Facebook post, you have Reels, and for each of them, you can see the dimension is written. You have to be first of all clear on which you are going to create the poster. Right now, for my use case, I am going to create poster for Instagram. So let me click here, and it is going to create a blank design. In this blank design, on the left side, there are multiple options. For example, there are already some templates that I can directly click on and start working on. This is one option that I have. Other than that, other than pre-built template, I have some elements with me. I can use some shapes are there. I can use this. I can use graphics elements. I can use photo, video, charts, frames, or grids, whatever I want. I can just drag it and drop it here, and I can start playing with that. Similarly, for the text also, the options are there. And if I upload some images, I can directly upload and start playing with around. Okay, so let us start with the design first of all. In the design, I can see there are multiple templates. I can directly pick a template and start working on it. If it is written pro, then if you have pro membership, then only we can work. If it is free, then we can directly start working on it. This is one option. We can directly click on it and start working on it. There is second option to also look at templates. What are the templates that we can work on? So again, if you go back to Canva, I click on social media. I want to create an Instagram post. I scroll down, and here the Instagram is there. Instagram post. If I click see all, then I already start getting the Instagram template that I can work on directly. Now I want to make it a bit more professional. So if I go to style and click on professional, then you can see the design start becoming much more simpler, and it is more professional that we can directly take and start using for our Toastmasters. Just like this one, I can start directly pick up and start working on the changes in the element. So I have two options. Either we can directly start working on it, or I can get some ideas from it. For example, if from this design, I like this particular pattern, I can just use this particular pattern in my design as well. I have to just search for it or click on it and copy it. So these are the options for the template. Now let us go ahead and understand. Okay. Now let us go ahead and understand the other options that in the Canva. So we have already the requirement, and we have the size of the size. Either we can put a template or we can directly start working on it. Next, we have the color option. So let's suppose if I click on it, on the top left corner, you can see this option. You can put three color option at the beginning itself before starting out, or you can also add color in this add new color option. If you want to understand what are the color options that Toastmaster brand provides, you can directly search on the Google Toastmaster brand guideline, and it can bring you to the page where the information is there. As Toastmaster Vilas was also explaining some time back. If I go to color palette, yeah, these are the options: true maroon, royal blue, cool gray, black, white, and happy yellow. Whatever I want to work on, I can just copy source code, go back to Canva, paste it there, and I can get that particular color. So this is one thing. Now let us start ahead with the design for our design. I want to keep it to white at the beginning for my design, and let us copy whatever the information that we have planned at the beginning to our poster. Okay, so these are the elements that I want to put in my poster. Let me think of how I am going to align it. So let us do one thing. We can put all the text in one side, all the information that we want our audience to see, just like primary hook and secondary hook, in our left side. And on the right side, we can put our images and other information. I can align it in such a way at the beginning. So again, to copy paste, you can just double click on it, and as usual, Control X for cut and Control V for paste. This option is there. Otherwise, there is also option to do with the text. In the text, you can see the heading, subheading, and body. I can click on it and I can put information in here. For example, Toastmaster logo. I can directly just copy here or cut from here, and I can edit it. Now, I want to organize in this kind of fashion. I want all the text to be in one side, the one that I want to bring more attention to. I can have the club information on the top right side. I can put, let's suppose I'm the TMOD, then my information here and meeting number. Let's suppose this is the way that I want to organize. I have landed in this way. Now, first of all, what is the primary hook? That is the Canva magic. I want the attention, the maximum attention to bring here. So to bring maximum attention to it, we have to focus on something called contrast. Now, contrast is, with the contrast, we can bring higher attention or the higher difference between elements. Now, if we are bringing it to some place to a near other place, you can see that we are not getting that much attention to this place. But I want the maximum attention here. So there are multiple ways to which I can increase the contrast for any particular element. One is increasing size. The bigger the size, the more information it will contain. The first attention will go here. Second is I can play around with options like bold or changing the dimension. I can make it capitalize or play around with other themes option. Next is I can do color. I can, let's suppose, make it red or blue or whatever I am doing. Let's suppose you can see that everything is in black, but this one alone is in blue. So color difference is there. Next is space. If I have space around this object, then it will feel like this one is the highest priority and it will not be in the clutter. So again, it will get the more attention. And last is direction. I will explain about the direction after this. Now I have organized this one and I want to select the font for this as well. For the font, Toastmaster given us some options. Toastmaster Vilas has explained that we have a bottom font and Marriott Pro, but other than that, there are free alternative as well. We have Montserrat. Montserrat can be used for heading and subheading. And at the same time, we have Source Sans 3 or Source Sans Pro for the Mirror Pro. It is for the body and other element. I want Montserrat for the heading. This I will change it to Montserrat. If I want to change the font, I can just click click on the font information. I can search whichever I want. Montserrat, I want to, it is already bigger, but I want to, let's suppose, make it even larger. I want to make it bold, for example, or there is another option, we can put it into layer. So in the layering, whichever is closer to us, it is much more visible. I can put layering as well. So in this way, I can organize it. But again, it seems a bit bigger or a bit cluttered. Uh, in the design, it is up to us how we want to organize. It is up to our creativity. Now, in this particular poster, I want to only put Canva magic at the top, and I want to bring other information here to below, but I do not want to make it too much small. On the left side, you can see there is something, a dot is popping up. It helps us to align the information in the correct way. Start creating design. I have made it smaller. And now, again, to bring attention, I mentioned that there is one thing we can play around with size, but there is also other option that we can play around with colors. Let me show you one more thing. Let's suppose I have reduced the size it even more, and I want it to look much more, or I want to bring attention more towards this. So we can play around effects. In the effect, there are options. I can put a shadow, or I can put a background around it. What is the background that I shall choose? Going back to Toastmasters page, if we look here, then there is something called accent color. Accent color is something that we want to bring maximum attention to. We can use yellow, but again, it's not like we have to use a lot. We should be use it in limitation. We have the primary color that can be used a lot in our case, but here I want to bring attention here, so I can make it like this. So this is going to be my first thing, the primary hook that people are going to see. Now let us organize the secondary hook. We have the meeting date and time. I can go. And I can organize the Zoom information like this one. Okay. Now, before moving ahead, any one of you are doing the design along with me? They can raise their hand. Or anyone has previous experience with the Canva before? Okay, I can see some hands. That is great. Now, okay, let us move ahead with our design going forward. So now I have created this design, but I want something else to be done here as well. I want all the text to be aligned to a particular side of it. I do not want to scatter it around. I have one option that I can follow the grid line. That is one option. Second option that I have, instead of putting manual effort to do so many things, I can highlight everything all together. On the top right side, I can go to more align elements. Now in the align elements, right now you can see that everything is in the left align format already done. But if something are not aligned, then I can do alignment here as well. For example, if I click on center alignment, then you can see that everything is put in the center of the page. Similarly, I want everything to be in the left alignment. It is again, left alignment is done. And I want everything to be 24 for now. And this is done. Let's suppose I put it in the bold format. And you can see that for this one, I have used Montserrat, but for the body of the text, I am using source strands. So for other parts, we can use the source strands, but here we can use Montserrat. Now, similarly, let me change the contact information as well. And here I can put everything in the left alignment. Okay, so this is going to be something like this. This one, I mean, if you just suddenly look at this poster, what is the first thing that you are going to see? The first thing that we are going to see is the Canva magic. That is something that I want. And next, we are going to see this information that I want to see you the next. It is what is the communication is all about. I want to know how I'm going to move the attention of the or eyes of the audience in my poster. And I have already that planned out at the beginning itself. And then these are the supporting elements that I want comparatively less attention to go. Now, so we have discussed about the text. Let us understand there is one more thing that is called group. If I want to move this information, then you can see that I have to individually move these two. There is second option. Option number 2 is that I can highlight them together and I can move. But everything highlighting it gonna be a bit challenging. The third option is to have the group. So if I click on this option called group, then whenever I move, all these two will move all together as a one team. Similarly, for this one, it doesn't need a group because I have created as a single text. But for this one, let's suppose if I want to make it a group, then again, it will move together. Okay, so this is regarding the text and how to use the text. If you have any questions, if you have any point, then you can put it in the chat. I know that many of you have been working on the Canva or the design for quite a while. If you have some more understanding, you can also put it directly there in the chart. Okay, so we have discussed about group. Now let us discuss about something more. In the element section, this looks quite blank. I mean, doesn't look that much attractive to us. Now let us make it a bit more attractive. Here I have multiple options, for example, shapes and graphics and other options. Let us first of all explore the shape. If I click on shape, then there are multiple things that I can see, either lines or shape, and the shape also, there are many shapes that are present. If I want to use any of them, then I just have to click on it and it will present here. And I can move it around. For example, if I want to move it here, then I can do something like this and it will be present here. Similarly, for example, if I want to use this one, then I can just drag it around to wherever I want and it can be done. Now, if I want to resize it, then on the side, you can see there is a drag option is there. I can change the dimension. I can click on this as well to change the dimension of it. And at the same time, let's suppose if I want to change the color, then I just have to click on this one and I can change any color that I want. For example, in this case, let's suppose I want to make it black, then it can be changed to black. I can resize it to smaller size. Just like text, for these elements and for shapes as well, we can do the same thing. If we want to duplicate, then we can just click on it. We can click on this duplicate button, or we can do Control C and Control V. Now I have clicked on this and let me move it to the top. I wanted to give this color to this, and let's suppose I want to change the mind. I want to keep a simple color. I do not want to have so many color in my poster. So in the Canva Magic also, let me change it to red itself. Now this is about the shapes. Again, we can change the shape. There are animation and all for the reels that we might see in the going forward. We can put border around it, so it's like we can change the size of the border for each of them. It will put the border around it. We can do corner rounding, so you can see that corner is being curved a bit. And again, if I want to move, then I can move. Okay. Now let us move and understand next thing that is called gradients. Going back to the brand manual. These are not the only color that we can work on. Toastmaster International is also giving us some gradient option, like the one that you are seeing here. For each of the gradient, there is only, so it's not like that we can mix blue gradient with the red one. For blue, there is a specific range of color that I have. Similarly, for the maroon, there are a specific range of color that I have. And I can work on this particular range. So now, as I'm going to explore more about colors. Instead of directly copying and paste from here, I'm going to go ahead and see there is something called ABCD starter kit. I am going to copy from here. So if I open the ABCD starter kit, this is from district 125, and there are multiple posters, multiple elements are there in this particular Canva template. For example, already the primary color, accent color, and gradients information are already present here. If you want to know how to open this one, then you can go to District 125 website. You can go to District Corner, PR resources. And under PR resources, you have the ABCD starter kit for Canva. You can just copy it into your Canva and you can start working on it. Now, let's suppose for this particular one, I want to put a gradient. I do not want to have a single color. Then how I can do it with that? Let's suppose I want the red gradient. I can use, if I again click on the color option and add new color option, on the top left side, you can see the solid color, but on the right side, you can see something called gradient. As soon as I click on it, you can see that a gradient is forming here. I can click on this color. I can change the hex value as per my requirement. Similarly, for the next hex value, I can do something like this. And also just like our normal shape, if I am doing the copy paste of this particular shape, then also the same gradient information is being contained. It is not getting lost. The same gradient information is there as well. Now I'm coming across one more problem is that, okay, we have two shapes and there was some text that was there in the beginning and everything. Now I cannot see the text. So how I am going to manage those? If I click on it, then on the top side, you can see something called position. Click on the position. You can see either how you can arrange it, or here you can see the layers. In the layers, I can organize it. I can move it behind something. So if I move it here, then you can see that it had gone down and the text has also come up, which is at the beginning. I can select all, or I can also select overlapping and I can move it around. Okay, so this was regarding the gradient option that we have in our by Toastmasters International. Next, go ahead with transparency. So we have color option. We can use different color. For the shapes, we can use gradient. For the color, there is third option that is called transparency. Going to the Toastmaster guideline, if I come down here in the transparency option, we cannot use transparency as we want. There are few guidelines on which we can use transparency. For example, here you can see there are three options are there. Either I can have the loyal blue, on the top of that, I can have the white. When you say loyal blue, it can be it has to be loyal blue, linear gradient, on top of which we can put a white background with the opacity of 70%. Similarly, for the red one, we can have true maroon, and for the maroon, we can have the true maroon, the linear gradient, and we can have white on the top. For cool gray, there is also option is there. Right now, I am using true maroon, so I can use this particular design. So again, let me go back to my design and copy paste this that I want to work on. Okay, it has covered everything. Now, on here, you can see transparency. I can reduce the transparency to 70 as it was mentioned by Toastmaster guideline. And let me change the position a bit. Okay, now things are much better now. This is one option for the transparency, but transparency we should not use anywhere we want. For example, I cannot bring this transparency and use it here, because here you see the color is changed already. The hex value, it is changed. So I cannot use directly on anywhere I want. There are limited options on which I can use these gradients or this transparency. Okay, coming to the next element. So we have all this information, we have text, we have shape, but it is still not fulfilled without some images. What are the images that we can use? As per the Toastmaster brand guideline, we shall not use any random picture. Whatever picture that we are going to use, itself promote. If I come here to image and photography. Okay, so we cannot use cartoon illustration and clip art and all this information. Whatever information that or whatever image that we are providing, it should where people should look engaged, empowered, supported, or in the presentation mode, or giving speeches, or anything that is encouraging. Let's suppose if I want to go here. Now there are two options. I can go to Toastmaster International website. In the Toastmaster International website also, they have given some pictures. I can use that. If I want to use from here, then I can go to, again, elements, and let's suppose I want to go find some image. And let us choose this one. So I can use this one as my template or as my image. In the image also, if I see here, there is a flip option. I can flip it around. I can put some border around it. I can go to edit image, and in the edit image section, again, more options come up. For example, we can adjust if we have already used some photo editing software, then you might be aware about this one. I can change the temperature option. I can make it more brighter, or I can increase the contrast. I can play around with this as per my requirement. And if not so, then there are other options like filter. I can go to filter and I can change some way that I want it to look. This is the one option for the image. Second is, again, I can increase or decrease the size. Third is I can edit here and go to crop. I can increase or I can cut a particular section of the image that I want. Fourth is, now, I do not want this image to be just lying around just as it is. I want it to be confined. I want to be organized. I want it to look good. So for that, if we go to the element section and scroll down, you can see something called frame. Now, frame can also have different, we can put, let's suppose in the device or some complex pattern, but let's go to the basic shapes and let me scroll down. Now, there are shapes, there are some shapes that are given by Canva. If I want to use this one, then I can directly click on this and I can drag and drop. So you can see that once I drag and drop that this image has come inside this one. If I want to organize a bit, then I can double click on it, increase or reduce the size. I can move it around. Now, there is another point about the picture and the transparency. Though transparency we cannot put anywhere we want, we can put on top of image. That is something that is allowed. So let me go ahead with the position and all. Let me move it down. So something like this we can do. This is still allowed. This is still allowed. Okay. And here also it looks like engaging because people are communicating with each other. So this one, this image we can use. But at the same time, this is not the only thing. We also need our poster. For example, I am the TMOD. So as a TMOD, I need some picture of my own to work on it. Now to adding picture, there are, I mean, you can directly click on this upload image and you can upload from where you want. If you do not want to do that, the second option I saw that you can go to element and you can use the picture from here. The third is again, going back to the pictures that I have on our system. I can just drag and drop it here. And I can organize it. Now again, it doesn't look that much attractive. So I'm going to put it inside of frame. For example, if I put use this frame, I am dragging it here. It is now looking like it is, I'm seeing someone from the far away. I want to bring more attention to my face. I can double click on it, increase the size the way that I want. Now it looks much better. And if I, let's suppose, do not want to stop it here as well, there is another option here, border style on the image or in the frame. If I click on it, then again, I have the option of corner rounding, and I have border weight option as well. As soon as I increase the border weight, you can see there is something, another one option pop up, that is border color. I can click on it and put the color that I want it to be there. So this is one option that I can do. Now there is something else. Let's suppose I do not want to have this background behind me. I just want my picture. For that, if we are using the pro version of the Canva, then I can directly use the background remover. If I'm not using that, then I can use something called remove.bg. In remove.bg, I can drop my picture. And soon it is gonna remove to the background. I can download it into HD, but again, that will need the pro access, but I do not have that. So I'm going to download in the normal format. Once I have downloaded it, I can drag it, put it in my Canva page. Now I like to remove the things that are not needed. Let us play with the crop option. Edit image, crop. I do not want this extra space to be there. Okay, I've increased the size. There is another problem that you can observe now, that the image quality is not that great. It is pixelating and this doesn't look that good. So again, click on this, edit image. And if I scroll down, then there is something called image upscaler in the apps. There are multiple applications that is given by Toastmasters or that is attached to Toastmasters, sorry, that are attached to Canva. But for now, I'm going to use image upscaler. Let's suppose I want to increase it to twice upscale image. It has already done that. Let me replace it. And now it is much more clear than I wanted. But now we have seen what are the options in the adjust. We have seen what are the options in the application. Also, there are some more effects. For example, if I want to blur it, then I can do this. Or for example, if I want to put shadow and shadow as outline, then I can also do that, just like this. If I again want to adjust, let's say the temperature or the contrast, I can do as per my need. So these are the options that we have. Again, moving on to the layer. These are all the information regarding my image. Now, if I look at this, then again, it seems like there is something missing. For example, though we have the text information here and Toastmaster written just here, just as it, but it would have been much more better if we have some logo. So how we are going to add logos here? First option, that we can upload our logo. Just like for in the upload section, I have this Toastmaster Sentinel logo. I can just click on it. I've already uploaded it, just like I've uploaded my image, and I can put it here. This is the option number one. Option number two is that I can go to elements. In the elements, I can directly search for logos. For example, I want it for my date and time. I can put calendar. Let's pick this one. And time, it's already displayed in the magic recommendation. I think that we're going to use this. Third option is that, okay, option number one is we can upload. Option number two is we can search from here. Option number three is that we can copy also from internet. For let's suppose I have Zoom logo already searched here. I have a Zoom logo I found without any background. I can right click on it, copy the image, and I can paste it here. Again, I do not like the extra information on the side that is not needed, so I'm going to crop it. Similarly, for this one, we at the beginning, we have our contact information, but the contact information that it is written, it is not that much visible. How we are going to make it visible? Again, contrast. I want it to contrast with my background. Let me change it to white. Now, again, if you want to bring even less attention to it, I can change it to gray as well. But for now, let us keep it as white. And let us search for some contact logo. Let us bring this. Let us change the color because it is not that much clearly visible. I think red will look, maroon will look good here. Okay. So we have the contact information, we have the logo that is already placed here, and designs are there. Now I want it to organize. I mean, once I have done all these things, I want it to organize it even more to look it better. So what are the options that I can do? For example, let us organize this club information. I want let's suppose if I want to change the size of it to 24 fold, and there is no hard and fast rule. It is up to us how we want to organize our design. There are multiple things that we can do. And let's suppose if I want to change it to that. Or for example, once I have added this one, I feel like there is something blank here, then I can put some more information like this is not needed, but I have written some text from the beginning. I can put it here. Again, this is additional information. This is not primary hook or secondary hook. So I can put the size to 18, so Sans Pro, and I can
Preach has raised the hand. So Preach, you want to ask any question or?
Yes, yes.
yes, please go ahead.
Yes, I just wanted to ask whether we can use these objects that we are searching in the graphics portal. Can we directly use them in posters? Are we allowed?
So there are certain icons which we can use that was shared by Toastmasters International, which was actually somewhat similar to this. You can go for broader, complicated illustrations. Some simple illustration like this can be utilized.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so okay, now it's about organizing it a bit more, so I can give it more space. So one expert I saw told you that to bring more attention to something, we can give space. Let me align it to left align all of them, and I want it this all to be more aligned. Now these two information are together, so instead of moving it separately, I can bring it nearly together, and I can move it a bit down. Let us give more space to Canva Magic. Okay, now I can move it a bit around to organize. Let me just. Okay. Now I have this text, Toastmaster Abhishek Negi, and this is the Toastmaster of the day. But the problem is that it is not that much visible if there is an image in the background. So again, how I shall handle this one? So to handle this, I can either make it bold. I can increase the size of it, for example, 18, or let's suppose I'm making it bold and increasing to even more, let's suppose 24. I can do this. Or the second option is that if I want, then I can put it under some background. Let's suppose I can go to elements. I can put some shape and put it as a background. Similarly for this one, let's suppose again going ahead with this particular option, I can go to effect and I can go to background. Now again, it depends on how much attention I want to bring or to this. If I want to bring more attention, then this one is good. Otherwise, I can reduce it and I can keep it gray so that it can whenever someone sees, more attention will go into the Canva magic. And there are other options as well in the Canva. If you click on this one, then you can see some of the shortcuts already present. If I click on show more, then you can put text by just clicking T. You can get into what are the layers are there just by control or alt 1. And for example, if I want to add a line, then I can directly click L and it will add a line and I can put it here. And finally, let's suppose if I feel like there is some blank, then I can do put some more graphics as well. I can just write graphics and or let's suppose shapes. And I can just randomly, I'm just picking something randomly. Let's suppose this one. And let me change it to brand compliant color. And I can put it here. Now, there are two things. First is that, okay, as soon as you see this, what is the first thing that you see? Canva magic. And by default, our eyes are drawn slowly to this direction by default. This is one thing that you are seeing. I have put more attention to these places based on contrast. Another thing that you can see that leading line. So leading line is something that is used a lot in the photography when similar straight line, makes leads look more attractive and bring attention. For example, here you can see that these are the two lines that is focusing on Canva magic. These two are focusing on these elements. Okay, so these are the designs. If you have created some design in the parallel, you can put it in the chart window. And if you have some questions, then we can go ahead. We have few minutes. Any questions are there?
Hi, Abhishek.
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, this is Mayur here. I
Yes.
just wanted to ask, when you're putting the logo in the posters, is there some height you should maintain because it has to be prominent? The logo has to be prominent. So in the poster, it has to be of particular size, knowing that the frame is of x by x, x by y. So is there a particular size, or it should just be usable?
Okay, so as per the guideline, there is no specific size they have mentioned, but they have mentioned that there should be a space around it. We cannot put it inside some other elements or close to some other element or change it in any way. We have to give enough space and it should be visible.
Thank you. Clear.
Hi, Kritiraj. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes, thanks a lot. Toastmaster Abhishek, first up, thanks for this amazing session. Second, my question is whenever we are creating such like posters, right, there is an element of negative space which is important. So how much negative space should we leave? Because at times the poster can have a lot of text, a lot of images as well. What is your take on that?
My take on that would be, again, it depends on the creativity of the designer. For the negative space, just like we have the title or the theme for today's meeting. Around the theme, I can put some enough negative space so that I put enough negative space so that it is not cluttered, but at the same time, we are using it effectively. So again, it depends on how it is your creativity and how you are thinking about it. And it doesn't only depend on the space with the amount. It is also specify what are the other techniques that you are using in terms of contrast, like bold, change in color, or size, or everything. So it depends on all these factors. So you have to use your ideas.
Sure, thanks a lot.
Okay, so we can have other question discussed by the end of the session. Thank you so much, everyone. And with that, I would like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster Vilas.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhishek, for such a magical session. I hope you all would have seen how easily we can do creative things. And believe me, it will not take 45 minutes for you to make a poster when you keep on practicing making posters. And at least you can actually quickly make it in 15-20 minutes. And if you stay long in the session, there is a way you can make the poster in 5 minutes also. I hope you are still curious to know what it is. I will reveal that as the session progresses. And thank you everyone for asking the questions in the chats section. I was actually replying to one of the questions from Gaurav Shinde, which was regarding a photo usage. The photos that you see in Canva section under a photo section, you can use. They are meant for that purpose. But if you are going to use any of your club members or known people persons for photo, you better ask their permission before using. Even though they are Toastmaster of the day, just it is there is no harm in asking the permission. I hope it answers your question, Toastmaster Gaurav. You can acknowledge you are committing. Gaurav, you're there? Okay, cool. So how it is going till now, everyone? Is it useful? You guys are feeling it nice? Okay, let's take this time to capture the group picture of this session. So I'll request everyone to turn on your videos quickly, very quickly. So we'll take this and then we'll move on to the next interesting section of today's workshop. Good to see all the enthusiastic faces and videos. Yes, we have more videos to turn on. Yes, I can see 2-3 people in one video. Yes, great. Let's keep the video on for a few seconds. I will take the screenshots. Don't need to post anything. I will not put you into that kind of exercise, but definitely I'll take some of the screen grabs. It's good to see so many faces on a Saturday morning enthusiastically participating and learning in such a workshop. Great. Thank you, everyone. Definitely, I will ask you to turn on your video again. Please be in the meeting. Cool. So, we plan many things, but not everything go as per the plan. And that is true with technical stuff. So that's what happened when I was delivering about branding. Luckily I completed the session exactly at that moment. I got disconnected due to a technical issue, and I will definitely take questions from my session later, or you can ask in the chat window. I am always ready to answer. So, Toastmaster Abhishek delivered a wonderful session, and he is an automotive engineer working with Robert Bosch, and he has been in Toastmaster for more than 4 years, currently serving as the PR manager for Division A in District 125, along with which he is also the digital creative maestro in the District 125 DPRM team. Let's give a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Abhishek for delivering Canva magic, a magical session indeed it is. So the next session is from Toastmaster Patmaj. Flaunt flawlessly with the power of reels. You have seen how to make posters. Now let's jump into another section, which is also very creative section, and many platforms are coming into the video section, like even Instagram, Facebook, even LinkedIn now has a separate video section available. So how you can make flawless videos It is going to be explained by Toastmaster Padma Chanikam, a 21-year-old data analyst, and he has been Toastmaster for 3 years, currently serving as an area director. He's a passionate engineer and believes in empowering voices through technology and Toastmasters. With huge round of applause, let's welcome Toastmaster Padmaj. Over to you, Toastmaster Padmaj.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Abhilash. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Can
morning.
you tell me what a reel is? An actual reel.
The one that we use for fishing?
Yes, the one that is used for fishing. We use a reel to fish out the fish, right? To hook someone. Similarly, short content. Nowadays, all the social media platforms, be it YouTube, be it Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, even now, LinkedIn has also started their own short form content. Now, short form content has become very popular when it comes to your social media experience, because most of you, after your day job, get tired and you sit back and you just take out your phone, check your Instagram, and just start scrolling. Now, how can we use this short form content for our benefit? How can we use this short form content to boost our club's presence, our area's presence, our division's presence, and our own personal presence throughout? So in this session, we will be learning about one, what all short form contents can be created, what are the things that we have to do before editing the content, while editing the content, and after the content has been edited. Now, here are some tips and tricks from my side. But before beginning, I would really like to thank Toastmaster Abhishek for getting you all familiarized with Canva. Because, there are a lot of short form content editing platforms out there, including the Adobe Suite, the Blackmagic's DaVinci Resolve. Then there is CapCut and everything. But the reason I have chosen Canva is because Canva is user-friendly. Canva is very, very easy to create reels or any short form content. Here is a small fact, and I would be sharing my screen for it. I hope my screen is visible to everyone. In today's day and age, in the year 2024, the most popular social media platform worldwide is Facebook. Every year it might change a bit here and there. Instagram might be popular, then YouTube might be popular, but the top 3 and 4 will remain the same. Now, out of the top 4, the 3 of them has short form content in it. Your target audience, if you're a community club or even if you're a corporate club, your target audience is for sure going to be on this platform and is for sure going to consume the short content. Now, in Canva, it's very, very, very easy to create a reel. If you guys have carefully seen Toastmaster Abhishek edit a poster, the very first thing he did was choose a template. Now, in create a design section, the plus icon you can see over there, Canva provides you with a lot of things, one of which is Instagram Reel. Any short content is the same size of your phone dimension, that is 1080 into 1920 pixels. That is our Instagram Reel template. Let us select that. But before beginning, what all things should one keep in mind before creating a reel? Reels can be created as a smaller part of a bigger video. Let's say you are attending a meeting, there is a 30-minute session like this one, and you cannot put all the information of that 30-minute session because people do not have the time to consume the whole 30-minute session. So you will put the bits, all the key points that were mentioned in that session, you will put it in your video. The best way to put it in a video is through short content. You can take in snippets from that session and put them into your Instagram reel or YouTube short, and then you can publicize it through your social media platform. What usually is recommended that you yourself first be clear with what kind of reel you want to create. Is it a fun reel? Is it an informational reel? Or is it a new series, part of a new series that you have started? Let's say Pathways 101. Now, oftentimes, while creating a reel, I'll tell you guys from my personal experience, a thing that gives you a lot of headache is the background music. Oftentimes, whenever you're creating a reel, your reels, whatever videos you're putting, whatever photo pictures you're putting inside your reel, they has to be carefully calibrated according to the background music, because you really want that important section be there during, after the symbol hits dish. Pathways 101. Here we are with Toastmaster Padmaj Nikam, who has recently completed strategic relationship, and so on. So you really have to calibrate your entry points and exit points according to the background music. So my recommendation, be active on your Instagram and Facebook, because you see a lot of reels over there. A lot of people create very creative reels, and they, you can follow a lot of influencers. You can take an inspiration and then share it with one of your friends, and later on you can recreate those reels. What I do personally is I have created various different groups, one with myself, one with my club PR team, one with my area PR team, one with the district PR team. And what we do is, while consuming the short content, whatever reel or video we come across that we can recreate or which will help us in order to present our message, we just share it in that group, so that later on we can use the same inspiration to recreate a reel. Now let us start with our very first thing. In Canva, you unlike Adobe Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve, you do not get to have multiple video lines. That is, if you see in Adobe Premiere Pro, you can have multiple videos running parallelly. In Canva, all the videos run in a single direction. You just get to see one single stream. Let me upload a simple video here. Okay. So
Welcome Toastmasters. Welcome to Pathways 101. In this series, we are going to ask all the senior Toastmasters how they benefited from their pathways. So let's get started.
So as you saw over here, what we can see is there is a single video line that you have to edit. Unlike Premiere Pro and DaVinci Resolve, which has a higher learning curve, Canva is very simple to use. Also, Canva gives you the power of using AI. That is, if you have a background music, like I have one downloaded over here, Canva gives you something called as beat sync, which, intelligently syncs your beat with your video so that you get that refined video. Now, I have a sample reel. I will be editing a reel while telling you the do's and don'ts of how to edit a reel quickly, because I know all of you are busy with your day jobs. So you will only have 10 minutes to edit a reel or 20 minutes to edit a reel, and that is why Canva is a great option. So here in Canva, you get to add multiple pages to your video. Each page by default is of 5 seconds in duration. But if you select a video to add in that page, it will get stretched according to the length of the video. Now, after that, it is a good practice to have your intro, your main body, and outro shot differently. The reason being that if you have everything in one single video, you'll have to do a lot of cuts and clips. So it's better to have your intro and your outro shot previously itself, so that you just have to change the body. I can use the same intro and outro that I shot for this video in whichever other video I want to use. Let's say today I was covering Toastmaster Shubham, who has completed his dynamic leadership pathway in the Pathway 101 series. If tomorrow I want to cover Toastmaster Govind, who is pursuing his persuasive influence pathway, I can just take in the interview part and just keep slide it between both the intro and the outro. So we have added all three of our videos over here.
Pathways 101. Stay tuned.
So now our raw video is ready. What we have to do now is add elements. And if you have carefully observed Toastmaster Abhishek's tutorial, Toastmaster Abhishek mentioned about the elements section in Canva. In elements section, you can get a lot of things, from various different logos to various different elements to add to your background, various pop-ups, word clouds, and various different things that you can use to enhance your reel. What I recommend you all to do is just select the video and set the video as a background so that it fills in the whole screen. So we'll do the same for all the three cards that we have with us: the intro, the body, and the outro. Now, after this, can anyone tell me what is the next step to do? Which should be the first element to be added in the video?
Cover page.
Did I hear Toastmasters logo? The first element that you should add in your reel is the logo itself, right? It can be the Toastmasters logo, it can be your district's logo. And make sure that if you are adding the Toastmasters logo in your reel, make sure whatever elements you add after that are colored according to the brand compliance. Whatever fonts you add are according to the brand manual. Whatever you do is according to the brand manual. So now in uploads, I have a lot of things uploaded previously itself. So one of which is the logo, which is, I'll have to find it. Toastmasters logo, Toastmasters logo. Yes, Toastmasters logo has been added. Now, if you see, once you add the logo to one card, it will go throughout all the frames in your video. So all the frames in your video has the logo stationary over there. All you have to do is resize it according to your needs, and then just copy it, select the next card, paste it, copied it, next card, paste it. Now, in an intro, that is this video's intro was Pathways 101. So I'll be starting with a heading. And then heading, make sure that your main human character is visible at the top of the screen, first half of the screen, and whatever subtitles or whatever text you are using, if you are on the video as a human character, make sure it is presented at the bottom half of your screen, so that it is easy for the viewers to view it while also looking at the video, enjoying the video. Because the user experience is something that you should prioritize over here. Content is one thing, user experience is one thing. If the Pathways 101, if the title was on my face or at the top, it won't have created, it wouldn't create the same impact that it would if it is at the bottom. So we'll select the appropriate color. White is great, always go with white. And so yeah, Pathways 101. So in this card, I have added 3 different elements. Now, one power that Canva gives you is the animate button. So whenever you're starting with your reel, once you are done adding all your elements in it, what you can do, either you can animate individual objects in the card. That is, I can animate only the title, or I can animate the whole card itself. If I select the card, if I select animation and I select, let's say fun, we are having fun in the video. So we will select fun. A party. Fun. And then you see, I will just mute the background music for a moment. I'll just edit it out. And make sure after you have done any change in your reel, you play the reel throughout in order to see how it has turned out to be.
Welcome Toastmasters, welcome to Pathways 101. In this series, we are going to ask all the senior Toastmasters.
Okay, perfect. This is according to what I have to do. And now, since it is a conversation with Toastmaster Shubham.
Hi, Toastmaster Padmans. Hi, Toastmaster Shubham. Can you please introduce yourself?
So I'm Toastmaster Shubham. I have been a Toastmaster for past 3 years or something. And my pathway was dynamic leadership.
And why?
So as you saw, it is a conversation. So it is great to add subtitles to your video, to your reel. One thing, one way to add subtitles to your reel is, once you are done editing it in Canva, you can just, while publishing it on Instagram, Instagram provides you a feature of how to add captions or subtitles to your reel. Instagram detects all the linguistic elements using its artificial intelligence, and then it gives you a good subtitle with the animation. So that is what I personally use. For editing, I use Canva, and while publishing onto Instagram or Facebook, I use the inbuilt capacity of the application to generate captions. Because later on, if you see that there is some error in the caption, you can just edit it out anytime. Now, if you see at the top corner over here, the whole video is of 1 minute 22 seconds. 1 minute 22 seconds. What is the criteria for a video to become a short form content? That is a reel, a short, or a short form content. The criteria for any video to become a short form content is if it's 60 seconds or lesser. Because attention span nowadays is like, you only see one video for 60 seconds. So you have to pack all the information in those 60 seconds. So if you see that over here, our video is 1 minute 22 seconds. That means that we'll have to either clip something out, or we'll have to increase the playback time of the video in order to fit it into 60 seconds. Whenever a user is, viewing your reels, the first 5 seconds are very crucial, because the first 5 seconds should be a banger for them to be hooked to your reel and watch it for the next 60 seconds. If you can see.
Welcome Toastmasters, welcome to Pathways 101. Now
this intro can be enhanced if I add a very good BGM to it, an intro music. So the BGM that I have with me, a BGM is a short form for background music, people. And Canva gives, in Canva Elements, if you search for upbeat background music. Canva provides you a library of music. Most of them might be of pro capacity, but what you can do is you can go to different websites. There are a lot of websites which provide you copyright free of cost background musics. So if the video is energetic, if your content is energetic, I would recommend you guys using upbeat in your background music. Upbeat is, basically upbeat music are those which most corporates use during their events, which have those. I'll just give you a demo. Upbeat music. One that starts slow and then builds up and has a lot of beats. Now, why we need beats? Yes, Toastmaster Kunal, you have raised your hand.
For upbeat music to be audible, you might want to share the sound along with your screen.
Okay, is this sound not audible to everyone? Let me just share computer sound. Thank you so much for telling me to, for letting me know. And I think if I have shared my sound, everyone will be able to hear it. So this is the outro music that I have downloaded recently. So because the outro is also an important thing where you tell your audience to share and subscribe to your channel and see you next week, and then you start the outro so that the very next time they are excited that yes, I am going to look at the content that this guy or this page has posted. So if so after choosing a BGM, an important task for us is to carefully arrange it according to our video. So here, since it is an outro music, I will be putting it over here. Let us see of what all we can clip out, because there are a lot of things over here, and the video is too long. So let us see what all we can clip out. Always look at the ends of the video so that you will find what all to clip out. Now, this last 2 to 3 seconds or something that were added in the video, so I can just clip it out. So a simple way, if you want to clip it out, you can just use the drag it and just shorten the length of the card. So let's see how it has turned out
from their pathways. So let's get started.
Okay, let's get started, and this is where I want to end it. Then now, so my intro card is ready. I have to transition to the body of my reel. So while this is where you add transitions. In Canva, you get a lot of transitions. Oh, I have added a card. In Canva, if you see, there is an add transition button between both the cards. You just have to click over it, and you can see a lot of default transitions. You can either dissolve or you can slide it. Color vibe is something I use. I recommend because in color vibe, you can choose colors according to our brand colors. So I'll go with this over here. And our okay. If you can see, I have whatever colors and texts I have in my Canva currently are set according to the brand colors themselves. From their pathways. So let's get started.
Hey, hi.
Hi. So we are done with our transition. Now let us move towards the body. And people, here is a tip. During your meetings, always try to record some glimpses. That is, if there is a handover, if there is a simple handshake between the Toastmaster of the day and the very first speaker, record that handshake, because that can become your moment of transition. You can use that single frame to transition between the Toastmasters or Toastmaster of the day's part to the first speaker and his highlights. If you're creating a glimpses video for your meeting. Now, let me see. Okay, this. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shubham. Bye bye. So I think this. Thank you so much is enough. Bye bye. I will remove and mute the background audio for a moment. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So much is enough. Okay, so shorten it a bit. Now we can move towards the outro. And in the outro comes the most important part, is you choosing your social media handles and you giving the audience CTA, that is the call to action. What are they supposed to do after watching the reel? They are supposed to subscribe to your channel. They are supposed to follow you on your Instagram page, on your Facebook page, on your LinkedIn page, and they are supposed to share the reel, because if you learn something from a reel, make sure you share it with everyone. This was Pathways 101. Stay tuned, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on all our social media handles, our Instagram, Facebook, our LinkedIn, and stay tuned for us weekly content on new Toastmasters, their experience on their pathways. See you next week. Now, see you next week. After see you next week, I want to put my the BGM. And okay, I'll start it somewhere over here. And after that, I can add a fade to it. So, there are certain concepts that you can go and check after the session is done. Concepts of what all transitions you can use in your video, what all default transitions there are in Instagram or in Canva, what all terms such as fade or such as clipping, snipping out, these terms mean. A fade is when the music fades away or the video fades away, that it gets blended in the background. So if I add a fade to the BGM over here, I can either fade it in, which I want to fade it in for, let's say 0.2 seconds, and then a fade out for 1.4 seconds. Yep, this would be great. So after the fade is done, I'll do a quick beat sync, use Canva, and so my beats will be synced the audio track will be synced according to my video track. And once that is done, let us check how the video track and the audio track play together. LinkedIn, and stay tuned for us weekly content on new Toastmasters, their experience on their pathways. Okay, the fade in is too loud, so I'll add more fade in. It's too loud. Media handles, our Instagram, Facebook, our LinkedIn, and stay tuned for us weekly content on new Toastmasters, their experience on their pathways. See you next week. Thanks so much. Great. Okay, Now, let me see up. Okay. Okay. Okay, so quickly we are done with our video, and what you all can do is you can just quickly add some cards or elements over here, your Instagram icon, graphics, Instagram icon, I can add Instagram icon. You can also download it from internet itself. Something that is visible would be better. And you can later on edit your icons. I'll just quickly do it, quickly show you what all call to actions are needed before moving after, and then we'll move towards the Q&A. Let's say Facebook.
Hello. Hello.
YouTube.
Bye. I'm over right now. Bye.
Okay.
Hi, Padmaj.
Yes, he will quickly.
Interesting on the session.
Yes, sir.
I would like you to update on the timing part. We have passed 5 minutes. Just want you to know. I'm not sure because timer also left in between. We didn't catch up the time.
Yes.
Want to update
Okay.
on.
So thank you so much, DTM Abhilash, for letting me know. We'll quickly move towards the Q&A session. And let me just add a fade over here, or just something else. With transition, and we'll be done. Magic match. Okay. So okay, so this is, I will be sharing the reel with everyone, and whatever questions there are, please do let me know one by one. Raise your hand. We'll quickly address all the questions. So just summarizing the intro, the body, and the outro. And in the outro, call to action is very, very, very important. Make sure you give call to action to your audience. Tell them to ask them to subscribe, ask them to share, ask them to follow you. In the intro, be very quick, be very specific on what the reel is about. Your first 5 seconds is very important. Utilize the power of the platform, be it Instagram, be it Facebook. Utilize the power of the platform, and be ready with inspiration. Inspiration while creating a reel is very, very, very important. Be ready with inspiration and background musics, and just shoot your content. Flaunt your meetings, flaunt your events, flaunt your knowledge. Create inspirational reels, create information reels, create funny reels using your utilizing your club members, and just flaunt your organization. Thank you so much. And a quick Q&A. I'll stop sharing my screen.
Any questions from anyone? Yes, Kirtiraj. Go ahead.
Hi, Toastmaster Padmaj.
Hello.
My question is, with regards to the logos which you described, right? There are many logos which are present, and the color scheme is also different in those logos. So how to use logos which are kind of in line with our Toastmasters brand guideline based colors, and how to not have them very peppy, because at times like some logos which are there on social media, they are kind of not in line with what we want, and may look very flashy as well. Correct? So if a meeting or if a reel is all about like maybe nature, how to maintain that same theme in the logos as well, because you cannot change the colors, right? Yeah.
Okay, great. So one thing that you can do is add, after your outro, you can add a single page or image in which you can add all, you can mention all your social media names. If your, if district D100 TM is your @ D100 TM is your Instagram handle name. So you can post the Instagram logo with your the page's name, Facebook logo, Facebook page name. LinkedIn logo, LinkedIn page's name, and YouTube logo with YouTube channel's name. So you can create a card, or if you want to flash it throughout the video, you can create a footer. So you can create, have the template ready with you, and you just have to punch in the videos and the audio tracks. I hope that solved your doubt.
Yes, thanks.
Adding to what Padmaj have said, Raj, instead of the flashy colors, all the icons of different social media platform has their own monochromatic logo, which is also their official logo. Can be either a black or a white color logo that will not appear that much flashy. So you can use such those logos also.
Great, thanks.
Yeah, cool. With the interest of time, we'll move further. Other questions, definitely a feedback form will be shared at the end. So you can add the questions there, or you can post it in the chat window to get it answered later. Cool. Thank you, Toastmaster Padmaj, for that energetic, wonderful session. I will try to match up that energy, but talk more. Excuse me. Yes, thank you, Padmaj. Once again, let's give a huge round of applause to Toastmaster Padmaj. And with this, we'll move further to the next session in the agenda, which will be taken care by Toastmaster Divya. It's called a PRayojan. I hope she explains that in her session. I will not dig into that part. She's a passionate paint technologist working with John Deere. Loves to read, cook, and travel. 2-year-old Toastmaster, but she has played a lot of executive committee roles and currently serving as a area director of Area 4 in District 125. With huge round of applause, let's welcome Toastmaster Divya. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Abhilash. First of all, I would request everyone to please switch on their cameras, because this is mostly going to be an interactive, a two-way learning session. So please, I request everyone, and please feel free to unmute yourself, and please add your inputs, valuables, everything. I would like to begin my session with a very beautiful Sanskrit Subhashit we have here in India, which is called as Prayojana Manudishya na Mandopi Pravartate. That basically means that without planning, nothing can be successful. And we have seen it in our life as well. So ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to this wonderful session, which is named as PRayojan. I'm going to give you 3 words today, and you're supposed to follow it after me. I'm going to give you a first word, which is called as Prayojan. Can you please repeat after me? Prayojan.
Prayojan.
Prayojan means planning. Prayojan means planning.
Prayojan means planning.
All right, that's the first word. Second word I'm going to give you is Ayojan. Ayojan is basically an execution plan. Ayojan is execution plan, basically. Third word is going to be Niyojan. That basically is implementation plan. We are in Prayojan phase and Prayojan session as well. Basically PR planning. Now we have had wonderful sessions by Toastmaster Abhishek, Toastmaster Padmaj. They have given us tools. They have basically equipped us with what we need to create in the form of posters, what to use in Canva, what elements to use, but how to place it properly in our respective clubs. Can we just have a raise of hands, and just for a bifurcation, how many of us belong to corporate clubs? I will just take 2 minutes. Corporate clubs, I'll consider rest of the clubs. Rest of the people are from community clubs. All right. Yes. So that gives me a fair idea. So now, also another question to everyone. How many of you are overthinkers? I am. Yes, I think all the hands would be raised by this time. So yes, in this session, we are going to do a moderate overthinking, a controlled overthinking as to what if we have everything we have created in the form of posters. They are all nicely made. But what if scenarios we are going to simulate, and we are going to tackle it one by one. And I want you also to add in feedback in this session. Are we good to start, everyone? Everybody's awake?
Very
Everybody
much.
with me? Yes. All right.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
just going to quickly start sharing my screen. Let me know once it is visible to you guys. Can someone confirm if it is visible? I cannot hear.
No, it's not visible.
Okay, wait. Yes. Is it visible now?
It's
Yes.
visible now.
Yes. All right. I'm going to quickly take you to the what if scenarios. Yes. So what next? So you have understood the brand manual from our dearest DPRM. Toastmaster Abhilash took us through the details. Then Toastmaster Abhishek took us through the creative height. He has given a very head scratch for Canva usage. Then we have excellent posters and campaigns and reels by Toastmaster Padmaj. Then what next? What are you going to do with this? How to take this forward, how to place it very properly. Now, let us carry on some limited overthinking scenarios with what if. With me so far? Now, specific, we'll only talk about corporate clubs now. What happens if the VPPR has created a poster and then in corporate setting, we do not have a set forum to post? What are we going to do? Any inputs? Anybody has
Maybe
tackled this situation before? Yeah, please go unmute yourself and go ahead.
internal forum, like they have their Teams channels and Google Groups spaces.
Right, absolutely correct. Any other inputs?
We can also send this through emails, like, because we will be having the email IDs of all the members. Even if we do not have a WhatsApp group, then we can officially send an email to all the club members and we can send the poster in it.
Yes, thank you so much for answering my overthinking, but yes, spot on. We'll move to next. Then what will be the effectiveness of the posters we have created? So we will create pathway completion posters, we'll create winners posters, we'll create TA Modi posters, but then how to enhance that effectiveness in the corporate club setting? Any thoughts? Any best practices?
To share during virtual coffee connects and then like whenever any promotional related events are happening, right? To just the team leads to share it with the juniors so that you should be a part of that group.
Wow, that is wonderful. Anything else?
We can have, like, if we are having
managers, if a manager shares, then it will be very effective.
Yeah, right. Yeah, somebody was saying something.
Yes, we can share with the top management and they can circulate it. So that would be like, it will be in the limelight of the top management that yes, people are doing some things that are very valuable and productive. And this will also help them in professional growth also.
Yes. Wonderful answers, everybody. Please keep up with me. Again, platforms, occasions to do PR around the close-knit circle. We have already answered it. How to create more awareness in the particular setting, in the particular corporate where we have restrictions on the social media usage. How we can create more awareness.
We have internal newsletters, right? So we can post the links of the spaces over there and put some fun images around the same.
Wonderful. Last but not the least, have we created a process to address the queries? Like, for example, I'm a VPPR, I have posted some content. So by default, the queries will come to me. Have we created an internal process to answer that query by myself? Or am I supposed to direct it to somebody? Or what exactly are we going to do and have a setting in this place? Any thoughts on this?
We can have a WhatsApp group, like for example, I'm talking about Division J, then we can have a WhatsApp group of Division J past VPPRs and the current VPPRs. So where we can put our queries and they can help us and guide us to address those questions.
Correct. Yes. Any more things? For our corporate club peoples, this is our time for cross learning. All right, then I think we will put a full stop for corporate clubs. What is scenarios here? Now let's come to community clubs. Guys, please with me again. Again, BPPR has already created the poster. Where to launch it? What can be the occasion to launch it? How to do targeted PR? Any thoughts? Community club members, BPPR?
Like for example, I'm staying in the township, so where we have public places, we can put these posters on the notice board, so people will be crossing by, they can just see the posters and they can get idea from it also.
Wonderful. Yes.
Additionally, I want to add, which can be applicable for corporate clubs also, which is our personal WhatsApp status.
Yeah. Correct.
Again, we can have WhatsApp also as community groups we have. So what is happening where? That is one of the fastest way I've seen people come with the WhatsApp group here.
Yeah, the community clubs or the groups what we have for the entire township or any flat scale. Is that correct?
Yes.
Wonderful. Yeah. Then how to target the audiences or how to target the areas? Can we do it in the can we do it like particular area wise? Can we do it at particular community wise? Like for example, we have a very specific bilingual club in D125, which is the Marathi Toastmasters Club. So can we have a focused audiences and areas? Any other example if anybody would want to share from community clubs for particular targeted audience?
Paid online promotions, say for example, Instagram or Facebook related promotions for a specific age group, sector, and linguistic minority or majority.
Yeah, yeah. Wonderful. PR challenges for community clubs. What are the challenges specifically when we are dealing with PR for community clubs?
The type of logos and images which we use, people want to have like flashy things if it is a Bollywood theme, though is it compliant, right? Major question.
Good question. I would direct it to my DPRM. But that's a challenge.
That is a challenge always. There is always a challenge when you create a poster, and I've been part of community and corporate clubs. Definitely, when you want to create something flashy, you can't follow the brand guidelines. But that is a good challenge to take. Now you have you've been learning about brands, colors, multiple ways to create creative posters. Definitely, you can still expand your creative knowledge and do a brand compliant Bollywood theme poster. I would really like to see such one.
Thank you, DPRM. Yes. Again, how to have the awareness in the places, and again, have we identified any process to address the queries as to VPPR supposed to is VPPR answerable, or VPM is answerable, or president is answerable? Do we have a set process so that we maintain it uniformly? With me so far, guys? All right. So
yes,
that's it. This ends the overthinking part. Now let us come back to strategizing part as to what are some of the best practices what we can adopt in both corporate clubs and community settings, and if at all we'll try to implement it and use it very, very, very wisely. Yes, this is for corporate clubs. Now, a lot of you have already told me about, we can use Teams, YAML pages. In cumulatively, I would want to tell that probably we can take help of communication stream, what we have inside our corporate clubs. The other thing what we can do is we can absolutely conduct regular open house sessions. What happens is when we conduct open house sessions, we are absolutely inviting somebody very best distinguished outside from Toastmaster community. That also creates a very, very good connection between the inner corporate world and the outer Toastmasters club. That also creates a synergy between you and your communication team in-house as well. And of course, celebrations of a lot of milestone and annual meetings. Try to have little milestone meeting, 10th meeting, 25th meeting, 50th meeting. Try to involve the corporate club people as much as possible, because that connect is going to help you further make publicity of your Toastmasters club inside your corporate club. All of us in corporate love to escalate. All of us, even I am not spared. We love to escalate little details, that your buddy or your reporter did not do this, or your boss did not do this. Can you please approve that? We love to escalate. But can you use Toastmasters to elevate members in your corporate clubs? Just an example, I have written something, notable accomplishments. For example, if anybody has completed their pathways, if anybody has completed or played a very wonderful role in any of the forums, can we just take out 2 minutes, write a wonderful mail, keeping the boss in CC? That boss, your reportee, or your peer has done a wonderful job. Would it be impacted? Probably in a it will not take the person to positive way, but at least that person will remain neutral towards Toastmasters, so that yes, boss, my peer is doing absolutely something wonderful somewhere. Another thing what we can do is contest participation and winners. So I think how many of us know that VJs are supposed to be unknown, or we are not supposed to reveal who was the VJs, right? I'm just giving an example of contest. We will send out mails and posters for winners and everything. But only CJ and CC are supposed to be on the main posters. But my dear friend, if you take out just 1 minute and just send that VJ certificate to that particular person who played the role of voting judge, keeping the boss in CC, that boss, your subordinate, was a voting judge in one of the contests. Imagine the impact it is going to get created, that, oh my God, he's not just participating, he's also contributing as a judge somewhere. Because that manager is not going to go anywhere and tell the people, oh, this person was VJ and CJ in some of the contests. I don't think he's going to do that. But imagine the effect. And if it is notified to the manager, of course, it cascades down to the other systems as well. Third, and very most important, recognition. Can we send out post-meeting winners? Can we send out contest winners? Can we send out path completion statuses? Mostly in and around. Can we use communications team? Can we use internal Yammer and make an effort to be visible in and around? Some of the best practices for corporate clubs. One very good another point what we have seen around in our corporate clubs was, so wherever we have a lot of internal forums, we have technical paper presentation, we have technical demos, and we literally see almost all of the Toastmasters almost being on the stage every time. What do? We just click a picture and we just post it on the Yammer that, hey, this person was presenting in this forum. You see, normal communication or normal public speaker is now able to present in the technical forum, and he's very proudly telling everybody that, hey, I was able to improve this with the help of Toastmasters. So it's these my technical contributions. Very little effect, but major impacts throughout the corporate community. Did this help, or does this make sense to you guys? Have I left anybody? Any other best practices from the corporate community members, if we want to address? All right, I'll take that silence as that I've covered everything then. Please try to implement all of these practices in specifically to your corporate clubs. All right, I'm going to move to the community clubs. Beautiful community clubs we have. As I've already mentioned, that for community, it becomes very specific that, are we doing any targeted marketing? Padmash, what was your word? TAM. What is the full form of that?
Total addressable market.
Yes, total addressable market. I love that word. So are we really looking forward to what is our TAM, total addressable market? For example, if we are holding any demo meetings in one of the societies where we live in the residential area what we are living in any colleges we are living in any particular group which are trying to improve their communication and leadership skills. Are we actually talking and telling them as to what exactly and why exactly they are joining through various posters material what we already have? Are we really doing it? So that can be one of the factors basically. Another important factor comes to the picture is our venues and events. The first thing what we have to start and kick off the day is with the events. What are we going to address the first meeting? First meeting is going to be the most important one. And are we circulating enough posters? Are we going door to door? Are we connecting to people personally and telling them that boss, this evening, we have an event. Will you be able to take out some 5 minutes and please join us? That might help, definitely. Speaking their language of need. Identify what are they looking for. Are they looking for a safe space to be themselves? Are they looking for a safe space to open their minds with? Are they looking for improving their leadership skills? Are they looking for a support group kind of a thing? Probably support group in terms of communication skills, because that I treat my Toastmasters Club as my safe space. But I can be myself. If you see, this is just a small PPT I've created, but I think I'm trying to just be myself because I consider Toastmaster as a very safe and a very positive learning space for me. Are we planning and are we pitching this rightly to right people? And of course, the personal touch comes with it, definitely. Tell them what are their opportunities of growth, and we explain them as to Toastmaster, how Toastmaster is going to help them with their personal and professional growth. And then we can target the audience that was, see, we have a session today evening, and we're going to talk about various leadership styles. Probably somebody who is willing to learn, or probably somebody who's willing to learn about their communication skills. They will try to join it. That boss, this looks interesting. Probably I should definitely visit just once. And that's it. Once a person comes in and once the person feels that, okay, this is a good and positive learning experience, he can try and get himself enrolled. And third and the foremost, which is applicable for both corporate and community clubs, is the consistency. Take follow-ups. Take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 demo meetings. Roll out posters, go door to door, give out brochures as to this is what we are trying to do. This is to help the community grow better, foster, and grow further. Take the feedback out of each meeting. That did you feel good? What better we could have done? And all of this can be done excellently through PR strategies, excellently. So you see, we consider that president and VP and VPM has the most role, but I think the only person who can be spotlighted would be a VP PR. That how well are you reaching out to people? How well are you doing your public relations? Yep, so the timer cards are up, and so is my presentation as well. But yes, thank you so much for joining this session. I am open to question and answers now. Please let me know what the feedback you would want to give it for this. Now we're open for question and answers. Thank you. Any questions or?
I just have one question.
Yeah.
Nowadays, when we are uploading some content on Instagram, like for example, there's a meeting poster that I'm putting it as an Instagram post, where we can add music. Now in Instagram, we are allowed to add music, but through other channels we cannot do that because of the copyright issues. So can we add music in Instagram also, or we cannot use it?
Can we use it, Padmaj? Do you know this answer?
What I suggest the corporate audience is to, use their area's Instagram or their division's Instagram handle, so that whatever corporate clubs that I have currently in my area, for them it's not possible to have their own Instagram handle. So what I suggest them is you can use the areas or the division's Instagram handle to promote your whatever creatives you have created.
But before that, we need to take permission from our corporate, right?
Yeah, yes, you'll have to ask your communications guy.
Ideally,
And
when you are involving corporates, sorry to interrupt, but corporates are very sensitive place to work on when you are sharing things beyond your organization boundary, especially in social media. So make sure you have correct permissions to host such pages first, and then you work upon other things. Once you get the permission, then I think other things are good, because other corporates mostly they have LinkedIn as their space. So instead of Instagram or Facebook, corporate clubs can explore LinkedIn, which adds more professional value to your work, and also you can showcase the Toastmasters work in a professional platform like LinkedIn. Hope that
All
answers
right.
it.
Yep, that's my time. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Toastmaster Divya, for such a wonderful and informative sessions, because we all make plans, and definitely every VPPR should have a plan for their club, despite it's a corporate or community. And you have clearly explained many things that adds value to both the club PRs and the club members. Kudos, and very engaging session it was. With all this being said, how's the power play going? Let's see some reactions, or unmute, and you can share quickly the one or two words. How is it going, guys? How's the power play going? You all liking the power play? Is it interesting, fast, or how it is going on? Okay, I can see hearts and couple of other emojis coming up. I would like to hear some audio also. People can unmute and share, like how you are liking this power play, power packed PR power play.
It's super amazing.
Has been informative.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing the feedback. Now comes the session that is definitely the need of the hour. Everywhere, a few years before, everywhere it was cloud. People were not talking about cloud here, cloud there, and there were a lot of um, comics, memes, and all these things running against the cloud. Similarly, now AI is like 10, 100x more than cloud, and being every second or third reel you come across, you will see something related to AI in those social media feeds. And every day there is a new AI tool coming up in the market. For some other reason, people are keep on developing it. But how this technology can be utilized for the benefit of Toastmasters, how you can revolutionize PR by using these AI tools is what we are going to see. And it will be conducted by two wonderful Toastmasters, Toastmaster Pranay. Toastmaster Pranay is member of OWN, the Toastmasters Club, who's part of the PR team. And yes, I got this introduction. So Pranay is a Toastmaster for a little more than a year, serving as a immediate past president of OWN. He's working with in IT for past 18 years. Currently a senior manager at Cross Country Healthcare, and he's a tech enthusiast, likes to read and believe in life is short. Train yourself to look at the positive, and possibilities will be limitless. Wow, that's a wonderful quote to have and remember with respect to Toastmaster Pranay. Another person is distinguished Toastmaster Jai Singh. He has a long list of things that I would like to share from his LinkedIn profile. No, he is a past division director, president, distinguished division director of Division B, District 125, and he is currently with the DPRM team, serving with the content, and he's also going to assist Pranay and take us through this wonderful technical sessions. Over to you, Toastmaster Pranay and distinguished Toastmaster Jay.
Thank you so much. Am I audible? A quick audio check.
Yes, you are audible.
All right, great.
Loud and clear.
Thank you so much for that. Before going any further, let me thank all the previous speakers, Abhishek, Toastmaster Abhishek, Toastmaster Padmaj, and Toastmaster Divya for that exciting and very informative session. I learned a lot myself today. Thank you so much for that, and thank you so much all the participants for staying with us for PR Power Play. All right. So as rightly said by Abhilash, he used a word revolution, and I would really like to start from that. We have been in middle of revolution since 2023, ever since Chat GPT grabbed the limelight and took us all, the entire world by storm. By everyone started discussing and talking, and that chatter has never ended. I mean, it has only grown ever since it has launched in, I believe, November or December 2022, ever since it has launched. But there is always a thought or always a question that keeps coming in this discussion is, why do we need something like this? What is AI going to do? Is it going to make our lives easy? Is it going to replace us? There's always this chatter or questions keep coming in front of all of us. I think today I and Jay would DTM Jay would try and answer some of those questions and show how these various AI tools are going to make our lives not only as a professional sense, but also in Toastmasters, how it is going to make our lives easy and much more efficient, and the output much more efficient. So imagine a scenario. I would like to ask all of you to imagine we are in middle of this multitasking is the biggest malady that has been hogging us out there. We are plagued by that. Everyone wants to multitask, and the number of tasks that are thrown to us is never ending. Now imagine you have an assistant at your disposal, your own personal assistant, and you can throw n number of tasks at that assistant and ask them, hey, come up with 3 ideas for planning a milestone meeting for me. You have been tasked to, as a PR, to organize a milestone meeting for your club, and then it's your first term. It's not easy to plan a milestone meeting for your club. So you definitely need some bunch of ideas because you want to give your best. How do you do that? You have your assistant. Let's ask your assistant, how can you Toastmasters club, of course, by giving a right set of prompts, how a milestone meeting should be planned, and your assistant will come up with top 3, top 5 ideas for you. Or the second question that I would want to throw at you is, you came up with these 2 really lovely posters for your flyers for your milestone meeting. Now it's very difficult for you to choose one. How do you choose one? You have again an assistant at your disposal you can ask, hey, these are the 2 posters that I've come up with. Can you help me choose which one is the best one? And also share the rationale behind it. It's not that your assistant is going to tell you the output. It is also going to present some very really valid reasons to do that. So these are some of the scenarios, ladies and gentlemen, I would want you to picture and know that this assistant that is available to you is not very demanding. It's not going to ask for a salary hike. It's not going to ask for a promotions. It's not going to ask for any one of that. It's always at your disposal. It's always willing to help you. Okay. So with that, let me start sharing my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is visible.
All right. So the session's objectives. The session's objectives will quickly walk through. We are going to see how, a very brief introduction about how traditionally the PR has been done historically in past decade or even before that, and how it's changed and how these AI tools are changing the entire PR landscape now. We will be having a quick walkthrough through various, this session is heavily going to be focused on ChatGPT, of course. As I said, DTMJ is going to walk us through a workshop on ChatGPT. But before that, there are many AI tools which are there available out there, which are going to make our lives easy. I would really want you all to be aware of those tools and leverage them as and when the need arises. We are going to walk through some scenarios where these tools are going to make our lives as a VPPR easy. And again, the workshop, as I mentioned, conducted by DTMJ. And finally, we are going to conclude with a summary. So these were some of the traditional PI tools that were used historically, and now we are transitioning towards the AI-driven world. We had these old ways of where press releases. I won't say really old, because there are some companies out there which are really again doing this in the same way. But yeah, press releases, media relations, publicity stunts, newsletters, monitoring. These were some of the ways by which PR has been done historically. And now, with the advent of social media, online newsroom, email marketing, web analytics, CMS, or WordPress, that's what we know it as, CMS. So these are some of the modern ways of doing things. And just for the sake of just to share this, the image that you see on your screen, this has again been generated by giving a couple of prompts to ChatGPT, the image that you see on the right-hand side. All right. So now let's quickly look at some of the key AI tools that a PR can use for content creation. I have specifically included some AI writing assistants here. I've not included ChatGPT here because we have a full workshop on that. But besides that, there's something called as, I believe you all are aware of, Grammarly, Quillbot, Hemingway Data. So each of these, I would request, if you have not explored these, there are some. Each of these have a free version also available. For specifically, on the right-hand side, what you see screenshots, they are from Hemingway Editor. So a quick difference between ChatGPT and Hemingway Editor. ChatGPT is more context aware. There are sometimes it may not be able to give you grammatically as efficient output as something like Hemingway Editor, where it is going to it has got a lot more algorithms as far as the readability is concerned of a particular text. So over on the right hand side that you see, there's a input that I gave it to. There's a couple of statements, or three statements in particular that 3 lines I wrote, and it was able to give me the readability of that particular statement and how it can simplify it for me, or how it can make it more readable for the audience. So readability is a grade. You want it to have as low as possible, as simple as possible. You don't really want too much of complexity in your sentence. While it sounds very intelligent, but it is not very good for the people who are going to read it. So you really want to have your statements or the messages that you're delivering to be very readable, very simple. All right. These are the list of tools that we would want to talk about as far as various tools are concerned in various categories. So we have, I think we had 2 very wonderful sessions, including Canva, but there are a few other tools available. Each of these, as I said, have a free version. I would encourage each one of you to go out there and explore it. We have Pick2Chart, we have Trello for the image purposes. We have, for if you're interested in creating short videos or videos, you have Lumenfy, Animoto, Capwing. Then if you are managing a website of your own club, Google Analytics is your tool to go for tracking the analytics of it. Buffer is one very specific, very great tool that you should be aware of if you want to schedule your post onto Instagram, LinkedIn, or Facebook for that matter. It's the free version is also available, which will help you schedule these posts on that, and also track the analytics of those posts sometimes. Again, MailChimp, Sendinblue these are the email marketing tools where you can have the newsletters sent out to the subscriber list. So if you have a website which you're managing, and if you have a subscriber list for the website for your club, you can use MailChimp to send out the newsletters for your people. So how are these tools going to help a VPPR become more efficient? So these are some of the areas where a VPPR can leverage these tools. Content creation. You can ask your assistant. Let's call these tools as assistant. You can ask this assistant for various ideas. You can create some draft articles and refine over them. You can create a social media post or take ideas for newsletter. Then for social media engagement, you can ask your assistant for a better response for a particular statement. You can analyze the performance of it. We saw two very great sessions on Canva, but if you need some ideas that you need to incorporate into your Canva flyer, you can get some ideas from these assistants, and they will definitely give you a good deal of idea. And based upon those ideas, you can create your posters. Then internal communications or even event promotions. So all these are some areas. Each of these areas you can leverage tool like a ChatGPT, which I now I like to pass on to DTMJ, where now he's going to walk us through the how ChatGPT can be leveraged here.
Once again, good afternoon all, and welcome once again in this exciting workshop. What we are going to do today, already explained by my best friend Toastmaster Pranay. Let's have some practical hands-on experience. You learned how to make the reels, you learned how to make the images. But how many of you actually practice it? Before we end the workshop, have some hands-on experience. So you can disable this screen sharing. It's fine. We will continue. I will do my own. Yeah, you can stop the screen sharing. So dear all, whenever any event happen, we have to plan so many things. What to do? You all can switch on your videos if possible at your end. You are using your mobile phones and your laptops. Let us try to use it. Let me share the link for the ChatGPT, which you can open it right now. And then together we will have this. Just try. I'm giving you only few seconds. And then we will have some nice hands-on experience to do it. So let's do this. Our first task, let me post here. Develop a promotional strategy for the milestone meeting. Everyone is having it. Let's hands on it. What to write in the ChatGPT so that it can understand it? How to be write very precisely? Don't worry, I will help you this time. Your friend is here. Let me give you a prompt. Prompt is the instruction which we give to the ChatGPT. Now try this. Switch on your ChatGPT, enter it, and then see the magic. How your artificial intelligence friend is working for you. Is it done? Let us try. Because only the hands-on practice, experience that will always remain with you. Just try this prompt. In the meantime, let me share my screen also. Screen done. Okay, so it will be something like this. And now I'm pasting this prompt. And what happened? Got it. I will provide a detailed promotional strategy. And let's see what he will provide us. Okay. So we have to provide the key message, main theme, primary message, target audience, promotional challenge, what we can use, how to work with the website, local media, flyers, word of mouth. When we have to start it, what we have to do before, what we have to do after. Everything crystal clear. Only one line, let me say, send thank you emails to attendees. Whoever is attending, you can thanks to them. How simple is it? No need to explain anything to your event manager. Crystal clear. Now let me try one more as we are having less time. And let us copy and type. Write a promotional post. Okay. How what to do is. So in this one, let me paste this prompt also for you. Which you can try. And now the prompt. Copy and paste. How simple is it? And now the magic will begin. And the date, time, venue, details all. And let me tell you, not only the chat GPT, there are many platforms who can help you. But today I'm just touching first the chat GPT and there is one more, the GetLiner. Even if you paste the same prompt here, you will get the similar message. Generate a detailed promotion strategy. Again, key message we have to give. Target audience, promotional challenge, channels, flyers, timeline, kickoff meeting. So all these things, the format template is ready. You have to just fill it or just check it. It's done. It's done. It's not. Oh, let's do it. And it's also done. And work is complete with the best results in your hand. Okay. The similar way, this thing is also created as we are running little late. So there are some more prompts, which when you ask, we will share it definitely with you. But the main point is, whatever you want, write it clearly, precisely, and specific. If you write a vague term, example, what is Toastmaster? And actually you want the mission of Toastmaster. So here you can see this, so many information will come up. And now let me more specify. Toastmaster mission. Now let's see. Now we have more precisely wrote down it. So here to empower individual to become more effective communication. Here, oh, it's crashed. So need to write it again. Toastmaster club mission. This is the way how you are writing the prompts. You can write the prompts or any topics. It could be like the content. Okay, so sometime it's, I don't know why, might be with this. Let us try with this Toastmaster club mission. Oh, spelling mistake. Okay, so all these things it provide, but how precisely are we writing? It's all depend. If you write clear cut, you will get the clear cut answer. That is the power of prompts. Each and every word, create, customize, LinkedIn or Facebook, time, venue, detail. You write it and then you will get it. Let me show you another great one which we just generated for this meeting. Let me try. Hey, why it is so slow? Hope it will work quick. This So all these texts, like these tags, the words, and the poster images all were created by your friends ChatGPT and Getliner and other AI tools. So what I want to say here, use it widely. You today already know about the Canva, you already know about the reels, videos and all. How to merge it, how to utilize it. That is the beauty of this Toastmaster. So now red card is here, so I will not take. So if anyone is having any doubt regarding usage of the chat GPT, you can ask. If you ask, only then we can answer. Please.
Yes, any questions on this prompts and usage of ChatGPT? Please post it in the chat window, or you can unmute and ask. We have time for one quick question.
Hi, sir.
Yeah.
Hi, Shiv
What
Kumar.
is yes? What is basic rule to make a perfect, precise prompt?
Yeah, thanks for this one. There are one or two basic rules. Let me tell you. You have to be specific. What are you looking for? You have to be context. You have to give the context. What do you want? Example, I'm looking for Toastmaster meetings only, or the how to improve the quality of the meeting. That is my target. Then be specific. Quality I'm looking for by engaging audience, context, and then tone. What I want, let's say one paragraph, or one, I want one speech, influential speech, or I want a LinkedIn post. So you have to write Toastmaster Club quality meeting poster for LinkedIn, and that is the most specific one. Then it will reset it. It will consider how the audience on the LinkedIn is working. They are more and more towards the professional background, formal one.
Just to add
Okay,
on
thank
this,
you.
Toastmaster Siva
Sure.
will be so in
Yes.
this presentation we'll be sharing the detailed the question that you asked about the tips. We have a list of almost 8 to 10 tips that we have given on how to ask effective prompting, how to do effective prompting. So we have given so this presentation will be shared, I believe. I'll check with team Abhilash, but yeah, it's a part of it.
Okay, thank you to both of you.
Okay, I'll request Abhilash, if I have just 2 more minutes, I'll quickly walk through just one last tool, which I believe is very significant for the Toastmaster community. Just a couple of minutes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure. Maybe Jay, you can stop
Can you
sharing.
stop sharing the screen?
Yeah, it's already shared. It's not
Yeah.
visible.
Can you stop sharing? Pranay has
Sure.
one.
Yeah. Thanks. Okay. Is my screen visible now?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
All right. So I'm not sure how many of the Toastmasters are aware of this, but I thought this is a really great platform for us to be aware of Udly. Udly is so in last couple of years, Toastmasters and Udly have tied up together, and Udly is an AI-based speech assistant tool. So I would request all of you to look at this. It's freely available. It's from your Toastmasters login. You can log in onto this tool, and it will do provide you inputs and tips on your speeches. So if you can go onto this platform, record your speech, and let Udly tell you what did you do wrong, right, and what did you do wrong. For example, let me show you this. There is a section called as My Udlys. So if you click on this, this morning I did a quick recording of 45-second speech. So here it is. It's going to tell you the filler words. If you're using an words, your filler words, or if you are using non-inclusive words, which are biases, profanity, any other thing, if you have used in your speech, it will give you that. Any conciseness. You can also look at delivery. How was your eye contact? How were the pauses? How was the pacing that you have used? So it is going to do a lot of that and help you become a better speaker. And this keeps track of your, let's say you record your speeches week after week and upload it onto this platform. You can see the actual progress that you're making week after week on this platform. So I would encourage each one of you, also take this word to your club, each one of you, and encourage all your members to make to use this platform. Udly is really effective. Helps you, all of us, become a better speaker, and I think that's what we are here for. Yeah, over to you, Abhilash.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pranay and distinguished Toastmaster Jay, for this very much informative session. I know the time is very less, but still I hope everyone would have got some idea about how AI can be beneficial for any Toastmaster activity. I will again nudge your curiosity. Just wait for some more time. You have been here for so much long time. There is a wonderful surprise package waiting for everyone, for everyone's pursuit at the end of the session, which will have everything what you have seen since morning as a single link and a package. That sounds cool, right? So that will be like one-stop shop for you to check whenever you have doubts, and you can reuse it, and all these things is going to happen. Before that, we have another power-packed panel discussion that is going to happen, and that is one of I think it's a very unique session that can ever happen. Luckily, we are able to attempt and arrange that session. This is going to be a panel discussion of 5 PRs, 5 DPRMs to be precise, and the knowledge that we are going to put forth here is more than a decade worth of knowledge, because we have someone who was a DPRM for District 98 in the year 2015 and 16. So precisely, she is the first DPRM of District 98. Toastmaster Srinidhi Dasaka, I welcome you for today's workshop. I would request you to turn on your video so the Zoom master can spotlight you. Toastmaster Srinidhi Dasaka, yes. So she's a HR professional. She specializes in creating employee engagement experiences, focus on mental health and wellness. Her first started in 2011 with the TCS Maitri Hyderabad, and she has played multiple leadership roles across 4 different districts in India and US. Wow, It's a lot of knowledge we are going to gather from her. Welcome to today's workshop, Toastmaster Srinidhi. Happy to host you.
Thank you so much, Abhilash. Happy to be here with all of you.
Now, let us welcome the current DPRM, the DPRM of District 98, Distinguished Toastmaster Akshay Singh. I would request Akshay to turn on the video so Zoom Master can spotlight him. So DTM Akshay is a senior data engineer with IDFC, and beyond his work, he likes cycling, solving puzzles. He writes poetry and volunteer for 3 E's: environment, education, and empowerment. Wow, that's very inspiring of you, distinguished Toastmaster Akshay. And he joined Toastmasters in 2018. Collaborated with enthusiastic Toastmasters across multiple clubs and districts, and additionally he's a podium finisher for division level speech evaluation contest. He's a charter member of Goregaon Speakers Community Toastmasters Club and All Elite Toastmasters Club, and completed 5 different pathways in his pathway journey. And today he is with us. Thanks for joining, Toastmaster Akshay. Happy to host you.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster Blush, and good day to everyone. Happy to be here.
Thank you. The next one is distinguished Toastmaster Vamsi. We all know Vamsi was our DPRM last year for our District 125, and he has done a tremendous job in many other ways, and we both worked together in putting things in place for DPRM office. And he's a one energetic Toastmaster. I know he also works across different districts, and we are happy to host you again here, Vamsi. I am sorry that we are putting you again in spotlight and giving you some work again. I thought you would be resting more after so much that you have done last year. Thank you, and happy to host you. Okay, and next one is next person is distinguished Toastmaster Karan, who was the district PR manager of District 92 of the year 2021 and 2022. And he has done multiple roles in District 92, and recently he came to District 125 and doing well in multiple aspects and being part of Infosys Toastmasters Club. And I would request Karan to turn on his video so he can be spotlighted. Karan, if you're there, please turn on your
Yes.
Thank you. Cool. Thanks to all of you for being part of today's PR Power Play workshop, because we are this is like a very unique combination of PRs. PR who started in 2015, where things were completely different from what we have. The cloud was evolving then. AI was not that much boomed like this. And such a PR who have delivered wonderful work for present then formed District 98. And currently, after that 2021-22, where we had the COVID, and we have PR manager of that part also. And from people, when we moved out of COVID at that time, what happened? So currently with this hybrid scenario, this is a wonderful mix. So I'd like to ask you all, how you think PR has changed? Do you think PR is still, a very motivating factor in building a brand, especially a brand like Toastmasters? So starting with Srinidhi, we can go one by one.
Thank you, Abhilash. Well, 2015-16, when I was the PR, like you rightly mentioned, we did not have any AI, and there was not so much Instagram as well. And people were just getting active on LinkedIn. I would say at that time, LinkedIn was used for what its purpose is, which is purely professional and not anything beyond that, like we see today. So it was just Facebook, and even WhatsApp for that matter. We didn't even use WhatsApp so much. We predominantly relied on email and Facebook for any PR related activities. And I think with minimum PR also, we were able to get maximum impact. So if you look at the kind of events that we did then, the kind of conferences, we didn't have to put so much effort to do PR like I see the need which is there today. And of course, we're going to talk about it. So just relying on minimum tools, but creating maximum impact was the motto until pre-COVID is what I would like to share.
I would like to hear from Akshay now. So Akshay, the complete contrast, you are now holding the position.
Thank you, Abhilash. So I have been part of Toastmasters pre-COVID, during COVID, and now post-COVID. So I've seen all the three different phases which our community has evolved or passed through. I was involved in the era when it was all offline, less activities, PR events which were done, maybe one or two events during a month, and that would create the impact. During online, we saw that Toastmasters really reached far and wide. It became more popular among the communities as well as different organizations. So that time we had to do a lot more PR. But the basis or the building blocks of PR, I believe it remains the same. Even if the technology evolves or the reach or the engagement which we need to do requires more, that will always be there. But the basic building blocks remain same. Now, speaking about the post-COVID era, things are going back to offline. Now we are embracing hybrid as the new way to share our information, do the PR. So currently, it's a mixed blend. Certain things works in offline mechanism or on-site mechanism with minimum effort, as Srinidhi mentioned. While certain things, when you do it towards the online, you need to catch up, ensure that your content or the way you are doing the PR adapts to the current scenarios and how users are engaging or consuming the content. So there is a mixed blend and we need to balance both. So I would encourage everyone to experiment on both ends to figure out what works for them and where they really wish to invest their efforts into.
Thank you, Akshay, for your input. Quick updates from Vamsi and Karan. Move on to the next question.
Yes. So I started my journey with the corporate club, and we have a wonderful opportunity with a limitation, only 2 posts per month. Now it is all up to your innovation to make it happen that with 2 posts, you have to create a huge impact in the entire corporate. It's not only in India, that post will be shared via AMR to different countries where the companies tie up with them. So how you make that happen is the key essential. Poster, video, name it, but you have only 2 chances. So it is the innovation that made the PR making more and more impactful. Like the era when Srinidhi said, yes, that was the time when the WhatsApp just started. But now it became one of the key essential platforms for the PR. So it is what we are making and how we are branding it. Branding is the key essential. That's what make our PR more impactful and bring more people towards us. Correct?
Thanks, Vamsi. Indeed, I agree with what Srinidhi, Akshay, and Vamsi have mentioned. One important factor in terms of PR is involving and highlighting the achievements of members. That, I believe, is a game changer when it comes to PR, be it club level or area or division. At the end of the day, if you highlight the achievements, if you highlight your members, the rest everything would actually fall into place like a jigsaw puzzle. That is what I strongly believe in. Abhilash, back to you.
Thank you, Karan. Thanks for putting that thought, because now District 125 have this as one of the team, which is called Members First. So anything that goes around where any campaign or any activity that happens where the members are the centric point, and we try to motivate members to be more active on these campaigns. Yes. So now with the second point about because throughout the session, we are in the session since 10 a.m. Now it's close to 1 o'clock. Many questions came up in the chat. There are still 2-3 questions which was intrigued me is I have answered the question in the chat, which you can't see now because it's way ahead. So still people are asking how being a brand compliant is relevant for the club and the group. I have seen such questions like, should we follow the font or should we follow the color or should we follow the both, or we can do anything like still I'm still, even though I have been part of the PR team for quite a long time now, and every year or every term, this question comes up. So now let's hear it from the PRM them itself. So we'll start from Karan now, go in the reverse order. Yes.
Well, so see, in my opinion, it always boils down to what works for that person. Because at the end of the day, it's not a one size fits all approach. So something that can work for me as an individual may not work for somebody else. So I feel it has to be customizable enough and yet generic about it. It shouldn't be way too specific or way too it should be, it's like hybrid. There should be a good mix to it. There should be certain things that hit certain set of people, but it should be generic enough that the others who are not directly related to it can also connect with it. That would be my take on that.
Okay, Vamsi.
Yes, sir. So I made it simplified. Let us say majority of the people here would be on IT sector nowadays. So if you see, if you go with a client, you want to rainbow colors over there. They have a specific color palette and you have to follow. And you can't say, no, I am imaginative, I will put gold into here. You don't see any gold kind of things in Amazon. Flipkart, no, it is not that. They have standard color palettes and they use for different occasions. The same way Toastmasters has these color palettes. There are some specifications why they are that way, and it is creating an impactfulness. Now, what I think is I have a limitation. Now, I have to be more innovative so that with the same colors, I have to create something more beautiful than what it is before. So here it is an opportunity for us to make ourselves more innovative every time you design a new poster. But if you think I want to use all the colors from the rainbow, it's purely up to you. We won't restrict you. But that is what the imagination is all about. Having the limited resources and how well you are utilizing that is the key factor, not only in Toastmasters, it is also going to helpful a lot in the corporate journey. That is my take on this.
Yes, putting the brand position in the market properly matters a lot. Yes, Akshay, you want to add something? Yes.
So I'll just add on to what Karan and Mamsi have mentioned. Being within the brand compliance guidelines is very essential, is what I believe. For example, just for instance, if we consider the Zoom platform, when you're downloading the same application on your phone, you are aware that Zoom has a blue color logo, and that's what. Just imagine tomorrow someone gives you an application with a black color logo. You would be hesitant to download that or even install. That is what the brand compliance guidelines helps us to be within. My mentor usually says that whenever we speak about a brand, it should be consistent throughout. For example, if I'm going to a US club, I need to ensure that the Toastmasters logo is of the same color. It speaks about in the similar fashion. Then I will relate, yes, this is also a Toastmasters club. Someone coming from over there to India who's not aware of the cultural diversity which we have, but just walks into a Toastmasters meeting, it should speak as per the brand. It should be within those compliant guidelines, even the visual as well as the voice which we have. That will enable one to get that credible nudge. Yes, this is the right place I am. That same thing happen when we see over application, right? If you get a black color icon of Zoom, you would be hesitant. You'll ask 2 to 3 different people and then only install. Same thing, I would suggest it is applicable over here at Toastmasters as well. Over to you, Srinidhi.
Thank you. Well, Karan, Vamsi, and Akshay pretty much have covered the importance of brand compliance. To everybody who's watching this panel discussion, I would like to ask them a question. Let's say if you are building your own brand and you've been in the market for 30 years, 40 years, and you want somebody else to use your brand, wouldn't you be specific on how the logo is displayed, what colors are used? Because you associate and stand with it. There is something that started almost 100 years back, and it has taken so much to reach where we are today. So I think brand compliance, when people talk about it, when clubs talk about it, they need to remember that it is an organization that is 100 years old, that has evolved in this entire branding and positioning. And I don't think any one of us have a right to tamper with it or play around with it. Like my other co-panelists mentioned, within the limited scope, how creative we get is the challenge we should pose to the VPPR and the PR team, because that is where you learn the maximum of skills, if you end up taking up that role or if you want to take up that role. So I would just say, always think of yourself as that brand. If you don't want anything to happen to your brand, then we have no right to tamper with anything about, the 100-year-old brand.
Was a very prominent, like it's like a final nail on the coffin. Like you should. That was a wonderfully put. And I will never even install a black color Zoom application, to be honest. Not even after asking the poor people. Okay. So even though I like the black theme and all in my phone and applications, still no. Yes, that was very rightly put. And Karan, you are raising your hand. Anything to ask or add, or?
Yeah, I just wanted to add one thing here, that people always say that being brand compliant restricts the creativity aspect of things. Now, you have attended Abhishek's workshop. Now, given a choice, if somebody tells you that make a poster on a particular topic, there are 54 of us in this meeting. And I'm 100% confident that we'll get 54 different posters using the same brand guidelines. So it should not be a restriction to your creativity. Rather, it is like, consider it, the vessel in which you make food. That vessel size is fixed. Whatever you put in it is up to you. What sorts of creativity you can bring in. That should rather make you explore. Use the gradients, use the transparency. All those things would actually enhance your poster. That is why if you ask the five of us, the panelists, to design a poster on one particular topic, I'm quite sure the five of us will display our personalities on the poster. Even though Abhilash loves black, he will go for something that's closer to the black. Like a dark blue or with a, blacker hue. That's what he'll go for. He likes black. And I know that. So that is something that we should look at as a collective group in terms of how you can improve upon that with those. It's like a fence of your house. That's a boundary. It's like, yeah, it's a boundary.
Yeah, ideal. Yes, thanks, Karan.
Yeah.
Thanks for putting it up. I would now ask audience to utilize this opportunity. You will never see 5 DPRMs sitting and talking together. So if you have any questions, this is the time to open up and you can ask. And I will give you a few seconds. Anyone wants to ask, quickly raise of your hands. Any questions to ask about brand, Toastmasters, PPPR work, anything you want?
Yeah, Nilesh Deshmukh here.
Nilesh.
I would like to ask about some campaigning related thing, because once we near to a renewal or end of membership of few of members, at that time, if in corporate we want to have some campaign or some related stuff, how we should do as a PR and what are the basic guidelines?
Cool. Anyone like to start, or would I?
Sure, yeah, I could start. Nilesh, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so Nilesh, that's a very good question. One of the ways in which you could start, I think for a corporate, what really matters is, what is the benefit of being a Toastmaster beyond public speaking and leadership development? And I think you have to focus your membership campaign, at least one campaign in the year, on that particular aspect. So you tell them, the other day I just made a presentation for a club which is having a demo meeting, and it was a corporate. And I just listed down 10 benefits of joining a Toastmasters club beyond, the skill to develop your public speaking and leadership. A quick search will give you what are the benefits. You talk to your members, they will tell you what are the other skills you have developed. So focus on that particular campaign, because you have to cater to the needs of your audience. And if your audience is corporate, not everybody wants to be a great public speaker, not everybody wants to be a leader. Some have other needs. And I think your campaign should tap into those needs and design your posters and your text accordingly.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyone wants to add before?
Yes. I would like to just add over that, as Srinidhi rightly mentioned, right? Figure out the need which is there in the corporate. A basic thing could be all the members who have already been part of the club. Ask them what they have really gained from here and implemented in workspace or in their workplace. Once you have those points, right, you can use it to do a PR campaign or even a renewal campaign for that matter. So the best place to figure out what members have really implemented is in the club itself. There was a practice which was followed by a couple of clubs when I was part of a corporate club. They used to present these reports to their learning and development as well as different engagements group, that how many hours our members are investing and where all they are implementing those skills. Maybe town halls, maybe they are leading the volunteering initiatives in the company, they are driving the customer sales, customer engagement presentations. Those things you can present, and that itself will be a good motivator for the senior members of the corporate to nudge their team members to join Toastmasters or even the corporate club. So that is something which you can try to do.
Yes, ideally, when it comes to corporate or even a community club, either way members, you are working somewhere. So when you are promoting your learning that is adding value to your career, then the management is happy. So how you put your effort as a Toastmaster, adding value to the career, your project. So if you're learning how to do a effective presentation here, such presentation techniques you practice here and you put it in front of your client, then client makes client is happy, and that brings you good business. And this is how you promote Toastmasters within your organization beyond public speaking and leadership, as put forth by Srinidhi. So
Sure.
these are the additional things that you do which brings value to you and the organization. When you start focusing on that and promote that, definitely you will get good members in corporate and also in community club. This was actually my next question I had framed in a different way. I was about to ask what everyone should do in the month of August. So he has rightly put forth in a different way. So any other points to add? Else I will move on to the next question. Cool. So this will be the last question with respect to time concern. So I would like each one of you to share one PR challenge that you have faced either as a club PR or a division PR or area PR or a district PR. So let's start with Srinidhi, Karan, Vamshi, and Akshay and me, and we'll close.
Sure. So one, it's been a while, and I'm just trying to think what was, the challenge then. But I think for me, it's always been about consistency of any PR initiative. You start something with a bang and you create all the buzz around it, and you tell people how they're going to benefit and what's it going to do. But you don't maintain the momentum, you don't maintain the tempo, it dies down. I don't think you've been able to create that impact, because some initiatives are short lived. You do it just for a month or for that particular division conference or a contest, but some are long lived. And when I focus on a longer one, I'm not just looking at that initiative for that year. I would also like the next PR to take it over and make it part of the culture of the district. So I think the challenge is always we have to decide between what to choose, what not to choose, what will be the impact. And sometimes, if we have to fail fast, but quickly, pick it up and move on. So that has always been the challenge. And the way we addressed it was, I think, not doing too many things, but really choosing which matter, which are the ones which, again, going back to the needs of the member, what we think would be good and relevant to the district during that year. We just focused on those and just brought in very minimal, additional initiatives. So for me, the challenge is consistency of an initiative.
Thank you, Srinidhi. Yeah, Karan.
Yeah, I mean, Srinidhi pretty much, stole my answer, I would say. But additionally, what she mentioned, I focused on majorly giving the tailor-made PR for the clubs, actually. Say, for example, even if you are a corporate club, there will be restrictions from organization to organization. Same goes with community and college as well. So what I focused upon was, if you are a club with a certain PR challenge, how can I help you specific to that? Like, say, there are clubs where you can only, like Vamsi mentioned, only 2 posts per month. So how to make those 2 posts extremely effective? Another club had a problem of bringing in new people was a challenge for them. So I suggested, okay, talk to your employee relations HR, make this as part of your induction kit, where all the employee engagement programs can be put into 1 or 2 slides. Put Toastmasters as one of them. Have your club president or VP membership go talk about the club over there. And thankfully, at that point in time, one of the ERHR was the VPA. And he was absolutely on board with the idea and he was happy. He happily went in, he spoke. So we had 20 minutes for the employee engagement activity clubs. He spoke for Toastmasters about 10 minutes. And we had members flocking in week after week. That was a huge advantage. So always be in touch with those key people in the club who can help the club in a way. So ultimately, that tailor or custom made PR for each of those clubs is what helped, what I would say. In terms of college club, consistent mentorship was a challenge. So we had a handful of clubs. We had 5 clubs come together to help out one single college club, because every year there were 40 new kids being enrolled onto the club, and 1 or 2 people just couldn't handle the load. It was difficult. So we publicized, if you support this club and if this club gets distinguished, you get rewarded. So it was more like, a reward based mechanism where we revive the club and reward the member who helped the club do it. So it was a two-folded approach. And one last thing is, we focused on members and the clubs equally. So every month there used to be a club highlight, which can be a community club or a corporate club, anything. But we used to highlight what that club has done. Say, example, a club celebrates their 1000th meeting. That was highlighted. A new club that was formed emerged victorious in the area contest, all the contest. So, like, being a new club, how did they ace all the contest? Something of that sorts, which highlighted the clubs also. So that made the club feel good. In turn, some of the clubs went on to win the best employee engagement section for that year, because we gave that spotlight to the club at a district level. We published on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and tagged the companies. So the companies also started noticing them. So
Thanks, Karan, for that explanatory answer of that tailor-made PR. So, Vamshi, even though I know the challenges, I would like to hear the top challenge that you faced. Yes.
Definitely. The top challenge, not only me, majority of the PR space is the requirement gathering. Sometimes there can be a questions or some things come to us to make a poster where the information is quite small. That is very difficult. Sometimes it is very vague. Now it is up to us to how to make it. So first we have to understand where this poster is going or where my idea of PR is going to. Small appreciations can create a huge impact. I remember when I complete my first path, I received a wonderful poster, neat writing. The vocabulary is like, okay, is he from this planet? Okay, the manager wrote in such a way. I never read something like that in my entire life. And that one poster created a huge impact in my career at that point of time because everyone in the company saw that. They got to recognize Vamsi, yes, I know him. You are a Toastmaster, right? They may not know what is Toastmaster, but they know one thing. There's a guy named Vamsi. He did an achievement. He's a Toastmaster. Enthusiastic persons know what it is. Remaining people just remember that face. So doing small but creating huge impact is what PR's job. So requirement may be small or the information we have small, but we have to visualize it, whom we are reaching. It may be an open house or any kind of place we are going. And exactly we have to understand how to make it more impactful with lesser efforts. That is what makes us more beneficial. How do you,
Thank you.
Akshay?
Yeah, thank you, Amshi. Akshay, I will not ask about DPRM role, but since we both have started, but any other PR challenge that you have faced?
Sure. Thanks, Abhilash. So I will share one of the challenges which I faced for the first time when I started as a VPPR. Most of us who start as a fresh VPPR might face the same. The first time I did VPPR role, I was very hesitant. I did not wanted to explore that platform or that particular role, but I was asked to take it up. The challenge was whether whatever I am doing, is it enough? Who would give me feedback? How do I find that whatever I am adding, like maybe I'm creating some PR campaign, I got good engagement, but how do I define it that yes, it is a good engagement or did it really help? So the feedback as soon as you start the role, right? What I would suggest everyone is try to find a mentor, someone who is a PR, someone who is good with marketing skills, someone who understands the social media. Get one mentor who can share feedback to what you do. That shall help you a lot as compared to all other challenges which have already been shared. So the challenge of understanding whether whatever you have done is enough and quantifying the same, has it made an impact, that can only be shared by a mentor. So do find a mentor. And if you are saying that you're not able to find, there are thousands of VPPR enthusiasts across the community of Toastmasters. There are groups dedicatedly made to give you feedback continuously on your creatives. There are groups around how are you doing the campaigns. As Karan mentioned, right? Every club needs a different type of campaign. So try to discuss, engage in discussions. Most of the times we see the VPPR group, we keep sharing our posters, our creatives. Let us engage in discussions. Let's ask, this is the idea which I have. Would it work? Get feedback and then implement. That would be helpful in the long run. Over to you, Abhilash.
Thank you, Akshay. Yes. To sum it up, consistency, tailor-made PR, requirement gathering, a small appreciation that goes a long way. Get yourself a mentor so you know if you're doing it right or wrong. And if you ask me, I have done PR role for, I think once I was a PR for two clubs. One is my corporate club, another is the community club, parallelly. So the requirement gathering, the way how I get flexibility in a community club, the restriction in corporate club, because of the corporate brand guidelines, I can't overshoot that. But in that, I have to include TI brand guidelines. Still, I was working on and on. And when I took the role in January 2020, and in June 2020, I got my first appreciation of Design of the Month from District 98 PR. So that was the validation I received, and from then there was no looking back for me. So that was the aim I had. Every time, every month, I will send the poster, whatever I am creating, to the nomination. So that is where I will scale my work. So such initiatives will happen in the district, and you guys attempt the VPPRs who are listening, be there, and you will get such notifications in the group. Don't get it lost in the flood of messages, but definitely you will get it in an email, you will get it in WhatsApp, you will see in Facebook, you will see in Instagram, you will see in LinkedIn, everywhere it will be there. Only thing you need to look for it to make sure you are your work is getting tested somewhere. So such initiatives are your PR contest, like how we test our PR skills, we test our speaking skills in contest. These are the ways we can test our skills. So definitely, I have faced all these challenges which was put forth, and I hope there will be new challenges coming up this year. And definitely, there are a set of people who's going to help me when I'm going to face such challenges. And thanks for a wonderful time and insights you have shared with us. And this recording is going to be one of the key thing in my journey as a DPRM, and it is going to be in the District 125 YouTube channel until YouTube is there. So thanks once again, all four of you, for being here. And another 10 more minutes, please do stay. That is something, the icing on the cake. And I would request everyone to stay. And this is something you will not regret staying after what these 10 minutes. You have been here for a long time. And this is the biggest takeaway. The CTA mentioned initially by Padmaj, and there are many other things we have came across. What is going to happen after this? And I have also triggering your enthusiasm in the chat. There is a surprise package available at the end. So the package is going to be revealed soon. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Akshay. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Vamsi. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Karan. And thank you, Toastmaster Srinidhi, for being a wonderful host here. I hope the knowledge that you have shared is taken by everyone. I hope I asked some right questions that is going to help everyone. Thank you once again from the bottom of the heart.
Thank you so much. It was great being on the panel. And like I mentioned, just being with such esteemed PRs in the past and current. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you,
You
Abhilash.
guys
Thank you,
need to be
everyone.
spotlighted. That is fine. I am going to proceed further with the next slide. Thank you, Akshay. Just be on the spotlight, no worries. So, with all this being done, these are the set of awards District 125 is going to give you for all your PR activities. Can be can someone mute? Other person, someone's talking. Okay, thank you. So these are the awards, and definitely you will get an email on the explanation of these awards, the criteria, when you should submit, what you should submit, and these are the motivation factors that you are going to have throughout the year. Are close to like what 7, 11, 13 PR awards we have formulated for members, clubs, areas, division, and at the district stage also. So look out for the communication from the PRM office. Finally, introducing ABCD Starter Kit 3.0. When the Canva session was going on, Abhishek mentioned about Starter Kit 2.0, which has some inputs, some templates that was already there. And this 3.0 is going to have what all you have seen from morning till now into a proper Canva template. And this will be shared along with the recording, and this will be updated every now and then. Okay, so it will have proper instructions, the other things, logos, whatever things which you are seeing as an element. All these are brand compliant elements. Okay, and you can use it in your posters, such as icons, some icons which was shared by TI. It has poster templates. I hope my screen is visible to you all. Not sure. Is it visible to everyone?
Yes, visible, but some lag, Abhilash.
There is a lag.
Loading on. Yeah, these are the poster templates that will be shared along with this kit. And additional to that, the highlight is the AI prompts that you saw, which was shared by Pranay and Vijay to generate the content. So that prompts will be also part of this kit. So you can copy paste this into a free version of ChatGPT. You can generate messages that is going to help in your campaign, regular club messages, and some AI generated images, which I feel which is in line with public speaking and leadership skills, and something new to look out. And these are all available for everyone's use. I still know some of Toastmasters are using the ABCD version 1 also. ABCD stands for Anybody Can Design Starter Kit. So this is designed specifically for Vice President Public Relations who are new and who wants to learn how to do design, and they can quickly make a design using this template, and they can explore this template as per their need. There are certain instructions given here how to use this, so it will not dilute the original copy. So this will be shared along with the recording. People who have registered, you will get an email on this, or somehow or the other way, this will reach you through WhatsApp or Facebook or any other ways. So I hope this adds a good value to your PR working term, right? Any quick feedback from anyone? Are you guys excited to see this? I can see some emojis flying. Anyone wants to unmute and share quickly?
Hi team, Kirtiraj here.
Hi,
I would like to
Kirtiraj.
thank the complete District 125 for this amazing initiative, because having VPPRs coming together, having so many seniors, so many DPRMs together is a blissful experience in itself. And would especially like to thank distinguished Toastmaster Vamsi. He was with me, like we both were the kind of co-founders of the corporate club, Infosys Toastmasters Club in District 98. And that was where our journey started. And because he sent me this particular message of this training, I could attend it. So thankful to him as well. Kudos to the camaraderie which we all build through Toastmasters International.
Thank you, Kirtiraj, for that wonderful feedback. I hope you can fill the same feedback in the link that is flashing in the screen. Everyone can take your mobile and scan the QR or this link. It's a Google form. There is no mandatory field here, so you can fill in the feedback as per your need. I'm posting it in the chat window also. So you can fill the feedback here, and if you have any questions that pops you in the middle of the night, still you can ask your questions to this link. Okay, so don't worry, we are still here only to answer your questions, any doubts, anything related to PR, anything related to campaigns, and whatnot, everything related to PR, we will discuss, we'll get the answers, we will collaborate, connect, and we build better camaraderie as put forth by Kirtiraj also. So with this, a huge, big, gigantic thanks to all of you who have attended today's session and who have helped me in putting this session all together in one place. And 4 hours, close to 4 hours, we have been continuously talking about PR. And this is something good, and definitely I'm planning to host this in the next term also, and there will be some small sessions I'll try to have in quarterly, depending upon the feedback that I'm going to receive, what session you want to have more, and how we can build the sessions in a better way. So that way we will be concentrating on those particular sessions in next 2 quarters, and definitely in month of January again one such event is planned. I hope I'll be consistent enough to get that also worked in the same fashion or even in a better way than this workshop. Thank you once again from the bottom of my heart. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Happy weekend to everyone.
Thank you. Happy weekend, team.
Happy weekend, everyone. And Abhishek, you can stop recording.